Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. The chase between Arsenal and City continue. What?
Who is this person? Who is this person who's hosting? Huh? What? What's going on? Who is this imposter?
By the way, guys,
I don't approve.
it was by mistake yesterday.
Are you even old enough to host a show?
How can you shave your moustache by mistake, man? How? Oops. What?
I'm gonna tell you. I shaved and I cut a little bit of the mustache. I had to take it off. So my wife is actually my wife is like, never do this again, ever. Never ever do this again. I don't want ever to see you here. I don't want to ever see you look like this.
Surprised you didn't call the police, bro. Huh?
Broski, I'm gonna tell you something. Big up everyone in the chat saying Enzo is better than Caicedo. Yeah, absolute bums saying Enzo is better than Caicedo. Absolutely nuts, crazy. We'll talk about Chelsea. We'll talk about Arsenal. We'll talk about City. We'll talk about Liverpool and Wirtz, and we'll have Ahmed here, of course, repping Man United. But listen, before you guys actually go, this is a 96-97 Chelsea shirt. okjersey.com. Check out our sponsor today, OK Jersey, to get your vintage shirts, very good quality ones. So check them out. If you haven't checked them out, go scan the QR code in front of you, or actually hit that go to okjersey.com. You can see the website here. They're very affordable ones. Use the code JUDGE. This is one of the things that I got lately, actually. It's a 96-97 shirt, away kit for Chelsea. It's actually a very good one, and it goes well with the games that happened today. Where do we start? I'm just gonna tell you guys, can we get with Liverpool first? I know that there is not a lot to talk about at Liverpool. I know there's not a lot, but I just want to get Liverpool out of the way. Sorry, Rak, but you won the game today. I know that Romario didn't watch the game, probably. I know Tarek didn't watch the game because he probably wasn't Arsenal.
Yeah.
Probably that. So I want to get Arsenal out of the way, but I want to hear from you guys in the chat. And listen, we got over 400 people in the house, so hit that like button, people, and let's go. Subscribe to the channel. I'm actually very close to actually 48,000. So I'm sure there is 40 of you that haven't actually subscribed. Big up my man. Thank you for the social. Thoughts on Enzo being better than Caicedo? He ain't better than Caicedo. I'm going to let the Chelsea fan respond to this. Is Enzo Fernandez better than Caicedo?
Different players, man. Different players. So Caicedo is more of a holding player. Enzo is more of the 8 type of player, more of the forward thinking. Caicedo is more of a 6. So a different type of player. I think each one is very good in their own right. Diplomatic
Fair enough.
answer.
That's a diplomatic answer for a Chelsea fan. Who's better? That's guys.
That's a parent who can't pick between their kids.
Yeah. For Liverpool, how good were Liverpool today, Rak?
First half, we were okay.
Your mic is crackling massively.
Oh, really?
Talk now.
First half, we were okay.
Better, much better.
Better? Okay. First half, we were okay. I think we kind of controlled most of the half. We didn't create a ton load, but it's always difficult against low blocks. It's never easy. That's the reason why people choose to go into a low block. And then ultimately we had 2 chances towards the end of the half, and we took both of them. And it was a good half. Barring 10 minutes or so in the second half, it was awful. I mean, Forest had more possession. They created the Forest. Wolves had more possession. They didn't create a ton load, but territorially they were the better team. And unfortunately, it's just not good enough. Look, ultimately, the result is the thing that matters most, especially after the run that. I mean, we're on a decent run at the moment, but the run of losses that we had was obviously completely unacceptable and was quite frankly shit. So we need to go on a run of winning games and accumulating points, and we've done that to some extent.
It's only me or the mic is bad again.
Yeah,
that's bad.
I didn't know if it was.
Something is bad with the...
I can move. 1 second. Let me just go into the room.
The mic. I think the mic is bad. It's not the.
Yeah, but I'm connected to my AirPods. Let me.
Someone said bearded Mo is better than current Mo. Khalas, it's gonna grow again, guys, within 2-3 days.
I would say good Mo is better than evil Mo. That's what I would say. But I mean,
it's gonna be good, guys. Get the like up, guys. Can we get to 200, 300? Like, I'm gonna say something. Wirtz played very well. He's showing his value currently. Ekitike played very well for Liverpool. Arne Slot is not turning it around. I'm not sure where is this Liverpool going. They're gonna go third. They're gonna go fourth, which is still gonna be a failure for me. If you're asking me, after all the signings they made, Arne Slot, I know there is the media are talking about Arne Slot turning it around. He has won 3 games back to back, but I believe it's all like masking over the crack. Like, he's not having a good game plan. He's actually not playing well. The mentality, like some of the plays that you guys do, like you sit back at Anfield, I don't think it's good for Liverpool. Like, I'm not like, you watch Liverpool and you don't think that's a top team. You don't think that's a top team.
Yeah. I think it's difficult to answer to come up with an argument against that, Mo. To be honest, I hoped that we would improve, but there aren't very many signs of that. I think for any given game, we are capable of raising our game. I think we've beaten some of the best teams in the world this year, but just our general level. If our general level is not good enough, and it's disappointing. We're not going to win the league. That's 100% for sure. It will from here. It will take a monumental effort to win the Champions League. It's not impossible because stranger things have happened, but it's not where we expected we'd be this season, and not good enough. And today's performance, especially in the second half, was completely unacceptable. I mean, he did come out and say that Slot did come out in the post match and say that he didn't think it was a good performance. But we need to first of all, we need to know why this is the case. Why are we coming out so lethargic in the second half after a decent first half? And B, what is he doing to improve the situation? I'm one of the people that I'm not asking or not demanding the manager's head just yet, but I do think that people who do think he should go are within their rights, and there's enough of the evidence to suggest that they're not wrong. But at least unless we've got someone lined up who can take over, I think there's no point in sacking him and bringing in an interim manager who's not going to. I don't know if I don't see.
I don't think you should.
interim-
I don't think you should do that because the season is not failing massively, so you do need to save the season. So it's either you get him until the end of the season, right? Or you get someone that is ready today, which is I don't think there's anyone ready today to take over Liverpool, to be honest.
No.
So that's
agree.
why anyone that wants Arne Slot to be sacked, you're not gonna get Arne Slot sacked now, because I don't think Liverpool will get a manager now to take over from him, other than an interim manager. There is not a lot of managers available now. They're gonna wait for Xabi Alonso or someone maybe to sack Arne Slot. I don't think that Arne Slot is gonna get sacked. At least he's getting the best out of Wirtz and Ekitike, which is something that you need to do that now.
Yeah,
That's
it's something to build. It's something to build upon. Like, Wirtz was good today. I'm not going to go overboard because again, let's be frank. We were expecting a hell of a lot more, and he's flattered to deceive. But in a team where there's been so much upheaval and turmoil, and there's been so many players that haven't been playing well, I'm not gonna be too harsh on him, even though I think it's clear to say we expect more. But today was a good performance. Last few weeks have been better. It's good he's got the monkey off his back with the goal. And again, for him personally, it should be something to build upon because he has got the quality. Like people will question, Germany as a league and all that kind of stuff. Even though a lot of players have come from Germany and done well, but a lot of flat to deceive. But he wasn't just any old German player. He was the best player in the German league. And I think most of the time when you have the best player in the German league, they're capable. Look, Harry Kane's been the best player in the last few seasons, and Musiala, I don't think anybody would have any question about saying that he's an exceptional player. Before him, Lewandowski and some of these guys. So he's of that ilk. He's on that level, but he's coming to a team which I don't think has necessarily helped. But yeah, there's still a long way to go for him. But I'm glad that he's doing better now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. He's doing better. He's still not worth the money though. Is what Shirk is doing.
He won't be worth the money until he does significantly better over a much longer period of time.
100%. I want to move on from Liverpool. Do we start with Chelsea or the title race? You guys, people in the chat, can we get a one-word answer? Chelsea or the title race? Or Arsenal and City? Which one? You guys dictate where we're going to go from here. We should talk about Chelsea or the title race. Which one?
There's only one right answer. One right.
One word answer. Chelsea. A lot of people want to talk about Chelsea. Mo, are you Maresca out yet?
I was Maresca out from the day we signed him, mate.
So you think it's the manager is the problem, not the players?
So
Guys, by the way, anyone can contribute to this conversation. It's not only Mo.
I think Maresca has a big part to play in what we've seen so far. I think Enzo Maresca came into this job with, came in lacking experience at this level. He's learning on the job. He even said so himself. We've seen his decision making being flawed time and time again. I think his decision making tonight was flawed. I know some will say, well, he had to make some changes. He had to, to get more energy on the pitch. Villa started to look like they were playing better, and he had to make those changes. But Enzo Maresca's had issues. Discipline issues. He's had man management issues. He's had rotation issues. Now he's got issues with the sporting directors and with the board. So Maresca is a big problem for me personally. I know a lot of Chelsea fans may disagree with me, On my channel, I get a lot of people who are supporting Maresca and who want to see him given more time, given more opportunities. Me personally, I think Enzo Maresca will be leaving the club at the end of the season. I don't see a future for him past the end of the season. I don't think he will be sacked now. I'm not asking for him to be sacked now. I think with the decision making that we are making, and with the availability of managers, I don't think we are in a good position to get someone in now who can lead us into the future. I think maybe at the end of the season, when we open the books and we part ways with Maresca, we will have better opportunities and better options then. But I think
don't think the
Maresca,
manager is the problem, to be honest. I don't think the manager is the problem.
The manager,
The manager is
one
not.
of the
The manager
It's one of the
isn't
problems.
given the tools. At Chelsea Football Club, the manager isn't given the tool to succeed. The manager
So-
is looking at the front line and he's seen Joao Pedro, Delap, Garnacho, Gittins, Neto. That is not a good front line. He doesn't have the tools to succeed. He doesn't have a bench to succeed. He doesn't have a
No.
platform to succeed. He doesn't have a centre backs that can actually play for
Yeah.
90 minutes, concentrate or focus. I don't think your manager. I don't
Well,
think the manager has
he-
flaws, but I don't think
you have-
he's been
Yeah.
platformed to succeed.
Sure, but we have a problem at Chelsea, and it's called the whole model. So the model that we are implementing is flawed. The manager is just part of that model. Bringing in a manager with no Premier League experience is a problem. So having him in that position is a problem. Having a team with kids is a problem. Having the way that we are operating in the transfer window, in the transfer market, where we are buying in bulk and we are selling in bulk. Every transfer window, we are selling 10, 15 players. In every transfer window, we're buying 6, 7 players.
So are you saying that Chelsea are done? Is that what I'm hearing? Chelsea are done as a football club?
I'm saying we have a problem. We have a problem. This
Are you
ownership.
looking to get rid of the
in,
manager just because you can't get rid of the sporting director and everybody else in the
No,
higher ups?
Listen, I'm not saying the problem is purely Enzo Maresca. I'm saying the problem is with the whole hierarchy of the club. From Todd
Why
Bowley,
did Chelsea lose
to
today? So why did
Wick
Chelsea lose
Stanley.
today then? Why did Chelsea lose today?
Today we lost because of poor management. Enzo Maresca was outsmarted today by Unai Emery. Unai Emery played against the team, soaked the pressure, but we were attacking, we were pressing for the best part of 60 minutes, made the right substitutions at the right time to turn the game around on a team that was tired, that was fatigued. Even the players that came on, the players that he took off. So he took off Correa, who apparently is suffering from a hamstring injury, yet to be confirmed. He took off Cole Palmer and he took off Garnacho. Cole Palmer, he's been lacking. He's been lacking because of the injury and the lack of time that he's had over the past few weeks. Garnacho is Garnacho, and Garnacho was replaced by Gittins, a player who is a lower tier by the standard of a lot of Chelsea fans than Garnacho. He brought on Malo Gusto to play on the left-hand side. He brought on Esteva, who hasn't really been sharp recently. So the squad was lacking. The changes that Emery made were better. The structure of the gameplay in the second half was I think Enzo Maresca played into Emery's hands here. Enzo Maresca played into Emery's hands.
But isn't that sort of Mo's point though, that Villa, they've bought off Ollie Watkins off the bench, Jadon Sancho, who for me arguably starts for Chelsea, Amadou Onana.
Look at Digne, he's a bench player for Ian Matson.
Digne, this is what I mean. And Ian Matson. So Emery's got better options on the bench. Ollie Watkins off the bench isn't.
100%.
Not every manager can do that.
Who do we have?
My man started with
Delap.
Amadou Onana was a bench player for Unai Emery.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is.
I
do think Villa are a good side.
Winston Bogarde played 10 games for Chelsea in 4 years? I mean, the Chelsea, quote unquote rejects beat the Chelsea world champions today. And that is disappointing, and that is the state of play at our club right now because of this whole hierarchy, this whole model that we have implemented in our team right now, in our club right now. This learning on the job process from the owners to the directors to the manager, this isn't going to provide us any success. We are going backwards.
But
You know, people were talking about. Sorry, just one more point.
Go on,
People were
go on.
talking about, you know, it's a congested part of the year. You know, a lot of games. You know, things are going to go south. So why are things going south only for Chelsea when other teams around us are actually, you know, gaining points and gaining positions? Liverpool have overtaken us. Manchester United are, you know, are there or thereabouts.
They're
Aston
level
Villa.
on points. Yeah.
So this is the problem, and the problem. I agree with you more. It isn't Maresca specific, but Maresca is part of the problem. The problem goes to the directors, goes to the ownership, goes to the whole model that Chelsea is being run under. This is a flawed model. This is a model that will secure you mid-table. This is the Brighton model. This is not the Chelsea model. And that's what we're implementing. We're implementing a model that brings success to mid-table teams where they're in and around, you know, European competition. They might get into the Champions League one season. This isn't what we want to see at Chelsea Football Club, and that is the problem that we have.
That's what I said
sorry
before.
to
That
cut
I
you
don't
off,
think
Mario.
Chelsea
Sorry.
are winning. I don't think that I don't see Chelsea winning a league title soon at all.
I agree. I agree with you. 10 years with this model, 10 years, by the time some of these kids become adults and start to hit their prime, then
Are
maybe
the players
we can...
overrated? People are telling me now, and I want to discuss this because Hussam was cooking me on MHF about me saying that Caicedo is one of the best players in the league. Is this? Am I being deluded if I say Caicedo, Romario, Tarek? Am I being deluded? They're cooking me. They're saying that I overrate the likes of Caicedo. I overrate the likes of Cole Palmer. Am I deluded? Are they overrated? There's someone that has a little bit of a background. I don't know who.
No.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know if it's me. Is my sound all right?
No, it's not Romario.
No, not anymore. When you said that, it was, but...
Go ahead, Romario, talk.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, if my mics are right, I think Chelsea do have a lot of good individual players. I think Chelsea Mo makes a lot of good points in that. Maybe it's the profile of your squad in the age, the lack of experience, because it seems like when times have got tough, those individual players, your Caicedos, Cole Palmer, Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, they're not really stepping out. João Pedro, a lot of people have said he's had a better start to his career at Chelsea than Gyokeres at Arsenal, which he has, to be fair. He scored more goals, but in a game like today, it hasn't turned up. He turned up against Newcastle, but you're already 2-0 down. So, I don't know. I struggle to blame Maresca. I'm a bit more in the camp of Mo, really, where he's saying, I don't think Maresca's got the tools to do the job that Chelsea fans want. I think you need better, more experienced players. I think it's the issue Arsenal have. We haven't actually got a lot of players who have done it at the business end. I think that's what's going to save Liverpool this season, is their experience. So, I do think Maresca's a good manager, but like you said, I think the problem is the Chelsea model. They want to have a sustainable model, but like you said, that secures you mid-table finishes, not necessarily title challenges.
I think the thing is that Chelsea aren't going to change their model anytime soon, and unless something unforeseen happens, it's likely going to stay as it is, or they're going to keep pursuing this volume buying, picking up vast majority of young players, or maybe picking up the odd player here or there who's kind of deemed to be valuable in the market, a free transfer or something like that, who may be older. And they're going to try and sign on long-term contracts and stick to a wage structure, which I think is fine. But the problem is that and look, Maresca, when he signed for Chelsea, he knew that was the model. So he hasn't really got an excuse from that perspective. He went in there fully understanding this is how Chelsea are run, and this is what I have to fit between. So you can't really start complaining now. Although, it's natural to if things aren't going well, you're going to want things to potentially be done differently. The question is, I think, therefore, is Maresca the best manager Chelsea could have within this structure? Because could another manager, even if he brought in say Jurgen Klopp, if you bring in Jurgen Klopp now, if Chelsea keep going down this road of buying only young players, would that work? Would that satisfy?
I think Klopp would probably do.
Klopp
would probably do a better job, wouldn't he? Because
maybe marginally.
So you guys,
I
everyone
don't think it's
agrees that the
clear.
players are not overrated, huh? So you all say that the players are not overrated. that Caicedo is good, that Enzo Fernandez is good.
I think some of the players are overrated. I do think some of the players are overrated.
There is a lot of people that say that this squad, like Chelsea spoke about Andre Santos being one of the best central midfielders.
They have some good players.
Neto, they said Neto is this. They said Estevao. I said Estevao is amazing.
At the end of the day, Chelsea bought.
Is the team overrated though?
Yeah, Chelsea bought players to sell. Their whole model is built to buy players young, buy players for cheap or free, and then hope that they do enough that you can sell them for a profit, which then helps their books, which then allows them to go spend more money. It's all about the business. It's not about the.
There's a little bit about quality because they want to keep the best. They do want to keep the best players. They want to keep their Cole Palmers. Right. But the ones that are just a little bit run, who don't achieve their potential, they want to sell them. Absolutely.
But I don't want to go to these guys. I don't want to. You guys keep bringing it back to the model. I'm talking about the core. I'm talking about the Gyokeres. I'm talking about the guys that will be the Neto, the Estevao, the
they're not getting sold. They're not getting sold.
These guys are not buy. They didn't buy these guys to sell them. They bought these guys to actually build the team around them. Are these guys good enough?
We have these players that you're talking about, the Cole Palmers, the Caicedos, the Enzos, players that we spent a ton on. These players are fantastic players. They are young players. They are fantastic players. But if you want
not young anymore, we cannot say this is young. Caicedo has had. I'm sorry.
If you want to win a title,
Mo, can I just tell you something about this? I'm tired of the young thing. Gyokeres is not young. Reece James is not young. Fofana is not young. Caicedo has had over 100 games only in the Premier League. Not for only in the Premier. I'm talking only in the league.
Reece James is 26.
Enzo Fernandez. We're not talking. Saka is not young. Saka has had 200 games for Arsenal. Your age does not say that you're young. It's not about young in age. It's about experience. If you're 23, 24, and you have over 100 games, I'm sorry, the age doesn't come here. You cannot say young. McAllister has had seasons after seasons in the Prem now with Brighton, then Liverpool, then Liverpool, then Liverpool. How long are we going to keep saying Caicedo's learning, Enzo Fernandez learning, Palmer's learning, Neto's learning?
By the way, Garnacho. What age is the footballer in their prime? At what age?
I don't care about the age. It's the number of games. The age doesn't matter. Because I have seen players with the age of 20. Like, for example, Cole Palmer. You can say that Cole Palmer, when he joined Chelsea, was young. Cole Palmer was very close to the age that Saka is, right? But the experience is different because by the time Cole Palmer joined Chelsea, he had only 900 minutes in the Prem. Saka, by that time, has already played 100 games. So the age doesn't matter. It's the number of games you play at the top level. That's what I'd experienced, right? So we're not going to sit here and say the age. The age is a number because you can be 28. You can be like Salah and then join Liverpool at the age of 25. Right?
But age is not experience. Well, age is also physicality on a positive and a negative sense. And positively, in the sense that if you haven't got many games, you may be fitter, but in a negative sense, you may not be fully developed. So there's different sides. It's not just about experience or mentality.
These guys are prime, Rack. These guys are prime.
I would say
24,
23, 24. Estevao is young.
A big thing.
Estevao is young, yeah.
Yeah, mentality is a big thing. The older you are, the more mature you are, the more you're able to handle certain situations and react to certain scenarios. I agree with more. They have the experience, they have the minutes in the Premier League, 100%. But the reason why we talk about experience is because experience is how you react and how you build your.
But Enzo Fernandez is almost 25 in some days. But Enzo Fernandez is almost 25 in some days. Moises Caicedo will be 25. He's already 24. Like, these guys are not kids. Reece James is not a kid. Gyokeres is not a kid. Fofana is not a kid. Badiashile is not a kid. Sanchez is not a kid. Neto is not a kid. Like, these are not kids. These are starters for Chelsea. These are not kids. They're not young. These guys are prime age, 24, 25. That's prime.
So if the players are in their prime age and they're prime players and they're not performing, what is the problem?
And that's the question. Are they overrated? That's the question. Are they overrated?
So for me, if I look at like who they're starting 11 today, who do I rate out of this 11? I rate Gyokeres. I don't like him, but I rate him. I rate Reece James. I rate Cole Palmer. I rate Caicedo and Fernandez. Neto is okay, but that's really about it. The rest of it is just it's meh.
Yeah, but if we're being honest here, like their wingers are garbage, bro. Their wingers are garbage. Like that's just me being honest in it. Like we can all say it's okay, but realistically, Garnacho's useless. Neto is. Bro, Neto's been playing football since 2018 or 19. His early days at Wolves. Garnacho, looks young on paper, but he's had 3 seasons at Man United. This is his 4th season in the Prem. So Mo's right. It's got nothing to do with age. Estevao is young, right? On paper, but he's also not played that many games, right? I remember there was a time, where Mourinho was banging on about Rashford. Like, the media kept saying he's young, but Rashford's been playing bare games, like, at an early age. He's been playing a lot of games. So you have to actually look at your plays on paper. I agree with you. The plays that you just read out, Palmer, Reece James, Caicedo, and what's it called, and Gyokeres are the only guys that are actually levels. The rest, mate, they're 2 centre-backs, Dumb and Dumber. I mean, who else have they got? Like, their bench.
Enzo Fernandez, Neto, João Pedro.
Come on now. Yeah, but bro, come on now. Delap here, at best, is a squad player. He's not going to be... Delap is not the striker, to take Chelsea where they want to, in terms of challenging. He's a squad guy.
Delap is a classic case of that model we're talking about. He's English, right? They bought him for 30 million. They thought, if he becomes good, we'll sell him. We'll keep him, and he can play with it. If not, we can probably sell him for 50 million because we're getting on a 30 million release clause. He had a decent season. As a striker in the Premier League, we can turn him. We can make 20 million pound profit. If that happens in next summer, I wouldn't be surprised.
Rack, let me ask you a question: Delap or Nicholas Jackson? Who would you start?
Nicholas Jackson without a shadow of a doubt.
Nicholas Jackson.
So who benched him? Who sold him?
Maresca.
Well, but is Maresca?
But Nicholas Jackson was not good. But Nicholas Jackson was not
decision
good.
making.
Okay, we're not doing the revision.
Decision making. He's not good. No, he's better. He's better than what we have currently.
I'm sorry, he wasn't good.
Okay, let's be honest with Jackson.
Garnacho or Sancho? Ahmed, Garnacho or Sancho?
Both are not good. Sancho's way better as a football player. But with all due respect, he didn't do anything. Sancho for Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a reason why you had a chance to only pay. They had a chance to sign him for £25 million, and Chelsea said no.
The problem with Nicholas Jackson, Nicholas Jackson was never going to be this clinical finisher up top. He's essentially a wide player. Now, if you compare Nicholas Jackson to their wingers, he's a better wide player than Garnacho, and he's a better wide player than Neto. The only guy that he's not better than is probably João Pedro and Estevao, right? Because Estevao is a better winger than him, and João Pedro is more of a 10 in it. He operates better when he's got a striker next to him. We saw that in pre-season, right? But I don't think there was an issue with selling João Pedro. It's who you get, and who they've gotten is not better than him. So the reason why we're talking about Nicholas Jackson is because the wingers that they've brought are not performing. That's what happens with football clubs, right? We always do revisionism, and that's down to either not getting the right guy in terms of who you bought, and they're not performing. So, because how many times? Okay, Man United, right? How many times did we see when we bought Onana? Oh, we should have never got De Gea. Have you heard of De Gea since we got Le Mans? No, I've not heard of De Gea revisionism. So it's about who you get. Right, with Nicholas Jackson, they've clearly not brought the right winger on the left. How can you spend?
Ahmed, but there are other players. It's not only about the forward. Enzo Fernandez has not been performing well this season. Most of the games, Caicedo has started the season very, very well. Over the last 3, 4, 5 games, Caicedo has had good times in games and really, really bad times to shield that defense. Really awful. Gyokeres has started the season well, and then I see some games where Gyokeres is like struggling. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's fatigue, because Gyokeres didn't have another left back for him.
Playing
Chalaba, one game he's a hero, one game he's shit.
Antics of the manager. Maybe it's antics of the manager. Kick it up.
You are so against the manager, and you don't want to say anything about the player. You are so stubborn about the manager. You're so stubborn about the manager.
Where was the manager today? He was in the stands watching the game.
He absolutely had a masterclass for 60 minutes. He dominated Aston Villa. You should have been 2-3-0 up. You should have been 2-3-0 up in that first half. Your players failed to deliver.
Was it a penalty with Maatsen, do you reckon?
No, absolutely not. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's not a penalty. His hand
natural.
is below his shoulder. His hand is below his shoulder. Is come on. Now we're not doing. He's not a penalty. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's not a penalty. Not doing.
No, but are we like?
But how much of a problem, boys, do you think that winning the Club World Cup is for Chelsea in the standards? I think that gassed them up, man. I think the Club World Cup gassed them up.
Big up, David.
We told them this though. But obviously, they beat PSG, right? They beat PSG, and fair play to you. I'm going to be so honest with you. I don't actually think anyone really cared about the competition and who's
no
really
one
watching.
cared.
No
one.
Right. Bro, listen.
I got a better one for you, Ahmed. David, stop. David, stop. I got a better one. I just had a discussion. This is about the Club World Cup, guys. I got about the Club World Cup. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? We have over 600 people here and we don't have enough likes. So let me tell you guys something.
Likes up.
Cole Palmer, this is gonna sound a little bit odd, but just hear the logic first. Cole Palmer has had a world-class season when he had 34 GA in the Premier League. Saka and Foden never had that, right? Since then, last season, he started the season okay and then faded. This season, he has been injured. Cole Palmer, as it stands, and I'm saying it, is a one-season wonder. As it stands, the talent is there. He's fantastic. Hold on. Just let me hear that before you do that. As it stands, he has a world-class talent. I love Cole Palmer. I think I said he's the best he's the best 10 in the league. I think he's phenomenal, 100%. But currently, as it stands, Cole Palmer, his achievement is a one-season, world-class season that he had for Chelsea. Some of the Chelsea fans...
So you know how you said, sorry, just to say something, you said he had a world-class season in his first season. I agree with that. And second, and you mentioned obviously his goals and assists, right? Are you talking about...
It's not only his performances were amazing. Ahmed, his performances were ridiculous in Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, Palmer's going to get output regardless, yeah. But I've always said it like this, yeah. Me, Cole Palmer is quality. I'll never talk bad about him.
I love him. I love the guy. I think he's phenomenal.
But I actually think, yeah, with the player how he is, I think he'll still have sick games. I've seen him play sick games, right? But I think he's regressed a little bit under Maresca. I do think that. I think under Maresca,
he's still injured. He's still injured.
But the problem is, you know what the response, guys, the response.
That's not
bad. From the
response,
by the way, Mbuemo had more GA, Cunha had more GA. A lot of people had more GA than this. So just to respond to you. So that 21 GA that he had, Wissa had 19 GA. So what I mean is that Cole Palmer, based on the talent he has to stand out in comparison with others. He has to stand out because the talent is there. The response of some Chelsea fans in the chat on MHF was, "Did you see what he did against PSG?" Great. I've seen a lot. I've seen Darwin Núñez had phenomenal one game. I've seen Luis Diaz, cool people in a one game. As it stands, Cole Palmer, you are in the standards. You need to be judged as we judge Saka, Foden, Wirtz, Cherki. If you're stepping on the pitch and you're not performing above the rest, you're not levitating above the rest of the team, you're failing.
Yeah,
that's the reality, right? Am I wrong to say that?
No, this season, Mo, I think you're right. This season, I think last season he didn't hit the same standards, but 23 goal assists in the Prem is more than respectable. I think
it is. How many of those were?
I think that's good. Huh?
How many of those goals were pins?
Yeah, but everyone says penalties.
I don't know the exact number. I was hoping you would tell.
Yeah, bro.
I'm to just waffle. What am I listening to?
Yeah, but hold on. But I'm gonna say something. Brian Mbuemo had more GA. Oli Watkins had more GA. Okay, hold on. Are we judging Cole Palmer? Yeah, Jan Wissa had the same GA.
Yeah, but
Prince Wood had the same GA. Jared Bowen had 21 GA. Matheus Cunha, Jacob Murphy had 20 GA.
Yeah, but
is that how I judge work class?
I think we need to forget about Mo.
I think there's so many different layers to that. These players were the star players for their individual clubs, so everything goes through them. Everything that is good for them is those players. So that's one thing. But I'm just saying, to say Palmer's one season wonder, and I'm an Arsenal fan, I'd love to join in on this, bro. Trust me. I'd love to, but last season, 23 goals and assists, and he wasn't as good as he was.
Habibi, Jan Wissa had 23 GA last season.
No, but Wissa was decent. Him and Mbeumo was going crazy at Brentford.
And I'm not saying Palmer was bad, but he was decent.
But forget about
decent. He was decent. What are we doing? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm actually.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
Why are you mad? Cole Palmer
I've come
last season was just decent. He wasn't
Mo,
outstanding.
Mo, I've come
Cole
onto the
Palmer
show.
last season was not even better than Wissam and Buemo. What are you talking
When
about?
I came on this show, Mo, when I came on this show, I thought I was about to cook someone because they were talking about Nicholas Jackson revisionism, and now we're talking about. And now I'm talking about Cole Palmer's average because Jared Bowen got 21 GA. What are we doing?
To be fair, he said he was average last season.
Mo even put.
I said last season. What is wrong with you?
He's played 7 good games in his whole career. He's played.
And I'm not saying that Shirk is better than Palmer. I didn't say that. I don't.
You put Cherky in the list of people you mentioned. You put Cherky. He's played 7 games in the Prem. What are we doing?
What it is?
What?
You didn't know 7.
I don't know his
I just want to say something for penalties. Listen,
This is
let me just say something real quick.
sensationalism. Everyone, this is what we call sensationalism to the highest degree.
Yeah.
No, but David,
I don't understand David's point.
but Delap is not better than what's his name, Nicholas Jackson, right?
No, but they're both
Nicholas Jackson, I think overall was a better player.
they're both.
It's marginal. Yeah, but I think Nicholas, outside of the goals, he had good performances. Like the first season, I'd say from Nicholas Jackson was poor. He started last season, and I was actually praising, and I was very happy for him that he was doing well after the abuse that he got and the negative comments he got from a lot of Chelsea fans. And he faded in the second half of the season. I think that's why a lot of stuff came back. But you can see there is a player there. You can argue there's a player also there in Delap, but I think Jackson is more proven than was a better player than.
I just want to say something real quick. Yeah.
Wait! No, this is Chelsea. You're a United fan. This is Chelsea. This was addressed to me. This was addressed to me. Your name is not David.
Why does his head gone?
No, because my head is gone.
I let him bend. It's been a tough day.
Let my head be gone. Because again, Jackson's not good enough. But regardless, Robert Sanchez is a prime example of a player who is playing well, but is not good enough. Chalobah is a prime example of a player who is playing well, but is not good enough. Chelsea have too many people who their 7 out of 10s to good players are 5 out of 10s. And that is the crux of the problem. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't know why every time Chelsea lose a game, suddenly everything they've done before is invalidated. Cole Palmer's one season wonder. Club World Cup didn't mean anything. This, that, and the other. No, it's just that we play him badly. But why does
do you see it changing though, David? Do you see it change? But the model's not going to change, right? Chelsea's model is unlikely to change.
The model's not going to change. It's not going to change.
So the question is, is Maresca the guy under this model? Is there another manager who could be the guy under this model, or is that impossible? Because if it's impossible, then the only solution is either Chelsea fans get used to this, or the model has to change. And then what happens? And how do you?
I don't think the model's the worst thing. I think they need better defenders. I think they've got some of the ability in attack could have more experienced players, but in terms of the team, you can't like David's saying. Cole Palmer is a quality player. Caicedo's quality. I'm not letting Chelsea get away with this. I'm not having this. They got the players there. Whether they're doing it or not is another question.
No, they don't. Chelsea don't have the players there.
No,
Chelsea
you do. No, because you can't tell us that these players compared to Rice. If you tell us Caicedo's as good as Rice.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know your name. But when you look at
Romario Webster,
David, I'm Romario. Good to meet you.
Hold on.
Romario Webster, like and subscribe, you fraud. Please say hi. Please say hi. So I'm telling you the Romario's name. At least say hi.
Welcome, be my lawyer.
It's okay. Hello. I know, David. I know your team lost today, but you don't have to be rude. It's okay.
No, I'm not being rude. No, I'm not being rude. Mo, I just don't. Mo, you know me. I'm busy. I can't watch YouTube anymore. I'm working 24/7.
I know. It's fine.
But my point is like you look at the starting 11 today. Sanchez's 8 out of 10 is Donnarumma's 5 out of 10. When you look at the centre backs, Chalobah's 10 out of 10 is Van Dijk 6 out of 10.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You need better defenders.
Hold on. That's part of being overrated. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you. Part of being overrated is having good game, bad game. Good game, bad game. That's part of being overrated.
Mo,
It is, actually.
you guys
Reality
are
is.
overrating. You guys are overrating. We're just being realistic. We're looking at our team. We're being realistic.
We're not overrated.
You are the one. You are the ones who are having a conversation about Caicedo, Declan Rice. You are the ones who are having this conversation. We know what our players are.
Are you gonna say that Caicedo is not? Hold on. You are a Chelsea? Are you saying that Caicedo is not Declan Rice level?
No, I'm saying you guys are the ones who are having this
I'm
conversation.
I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question.
In my opinion,
is Moises Caicedo? Yes, your opinion.
He's better.
Yeah.
He's better than
Is Enzo Fernandez better than Declan Rice? Is Enzo Fernandez better than Declan Rice? I'm asking you straight. You can, by the way, Wallah al-Azim, by the way, Mo, I don't clip people. I'm not doing this to get a clip. I don't do this. Right? I'm asking an opinion because I have a follow-up question.
For me, Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez are two different type of players. I compare him with Moises Caicedo, but I'm not comparing him with Enzo Fernandez. I think Enzo Fernandez plays more of a.
Is Odegaard better than Enzo Fernandez, or Enzo Fernandez better than Odegaard?
Oh my goodness! Let's have some fuck.
What is this, man? It's like
I'm asking you, why is it so hard?
Pick your poison.
Why is it so hard?
David, don't be silent, son.
You know what?
You've got an opinion.
Mo,
I'm gonna simplify.
I haven't watched Odegaard as much as I've watched Enzo Fernandez. So
I'm gonna simplify it for you. Listen, I'm gonna simplify it. Ahmed, is Caicedo better than Declan Rice?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Is Enzo Fernandez better than Odegaard?
No, Odegaard's better than him.
It's a simple answer. Is Estevao better than Saka, Ahmed?
Estevao's more talented, but Saka's more proven.
See, it's very simple, straight answers.
Wait, did I just hear without a shadow of a doubt Caicedo's better than Rice?
No, actually, hold on.
You know what?
Don't even nibble on it, because it's ridiculous.
That's got to be bad.
Mo, where are we going with this? What is the direction we're going with this?
It's a very simple. The follow-up question: are we overrating these Chelsea players that we say is better than Declan Rice? This guy's better than Odegaard. This guy's better than Saka. This guy's better. Like Reece James is better than Timber. Gyokeres is better than Calafiori.
I'll tell you. Can I answer that?
And then what? And then what?
Is better than Gyokeres.
I want to answer that real quick. First of all,
Martinelli's trash, and Garnacho's gonna have a better season.
Yeah.
They are Garnacho and Martinelli are. By the way, I've heard Garnacho and Martinelli are the same level.
Palmer should start instead of Saka for England.
It's a team sport. Yeah, they put them together, get them managed correctly, put them in a.
I swear to God, Mo, I've heard Maresca's a winner and Arteta's a loser. What else? What else?
They're all interlocked. They're all interlinked. All of these things that we're talking about. You can't just say this is the one problem and we've got to fix this.
Never hold on. If the players are better, and the manager is better, it is impossible for the team to be 13 points behind them. That doesn't make any sense.
The team is not Mo, but the team is not better because you're focusing on the wrong people. Can I say Cole Palmer's better than Saka? I probably can. Can I say Caicedo is better than Declan Rice? I probably can. Can I say that Chalobah is better than Saliba? No, because the difference between our great players and their great players is marginal. The difference between our bad players or our starters who are not good enough and their starters that are not good enough, they've got far less of them. They've got Martinelli, and that's probably it. We've got too many people in the starting 11 who
they had Rice playing right back today and Mikel Merino in the middle. David, put the Rice in the back. Mikel Merino today didn't even want the ball, bro. I swear to God, we're going to come to Arsenal. Mikel Merino is afraid to touch the ball, bro, in the middle. He's afraid. Apart from
don't get me started on him.
Apart from Martinelli and Gyokeres, who in their team actually sucks? Who out their starters sucks?
Wait,
apart from Gyokeres and Martinelli, who in their starting 11s is not good enough?
No, you make a good point. Your
very good point.
Yeah, your floor is lower than ours. You've got a lower.
When you look at Chelsea today, who have most of their starters in the squad, Sanchez ain't good enough. Two centre backs ain't good enough.
Sanchez is fantastic.
No, he's not. No.
All I know is without him, you guys would have given up probably 3 more goals.
Sanchez, any Chelsea fan
Oh,
that
you
will
guys are
actually
so-
say this, Sanchez is the second best
No, some of you are
goalkeeper
just
in the
running
league this season. What are we doing
Some
here?
of you are just-
Sanchez,
Mo,
Sanchez in every
Mo,
single aspect.
Mo,
David,
Mo, Mo.
stop. Sanchez,
No, 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 no,
crosses,
no, 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 no.
the best
Oh my
in the
God.
league in
No.
collecting crosses.
Nonsense.
Playing from the back, he's fantastic. Starting counter attack, but shot stopping. By the way, his shot stopping is number 1 in the Premier League. Number 1 percentage
care.
wise. Shot stopping.
I literally don't care.
By the way, Sanchez has nobody can tell me that Sanchez is
Decision
any
making,
reason.
no. Decision making is the biggest problem
No,
with
no.
Sanchez.
Right, do you know how I know you're waffling?
Oh my
Right,
God,
would
this you know intangible.
No, hang on. Right, would you swap?
You know
would
what?
swap,
You know,
Robert
it's
Sanchez
you know,
is the
you know
best
what
goalkeeper
decision
in the league,
making. He
according
makes
to Mo.
every
No,
single
according to
decision
Mo,
to build the cross.
according to Mo, Robert Sanchez has been the best goalkeeper in the league. Romario, would you swap
Second,
Robert Sanchez
second,
for Raya?
second,
For Raya?
second. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie.
Right,
Don't lie.
second. Who's ahead of him?
Second.
Who's ahead of
I
him?
said Raya, David Raya.
Right, okay, so Raya's better than him. But would you swap? Would you rather have Robert Sanchez in goal or Donnarumma?
I would rather have Sanchez.
Would you rather have Robert Sanchez in goal? Would you rather have
I answered. You didn't like the answer. I would rather have Robert Sanchez.
You're lying to yourself.
Oh
You're
my
actually
God.
lying.
For me, I'd rather have Donnarumma, and I think I'm happy to have Donnarumma in goal. But I will say there are
I am
weaknesses
very
in
consistent.
Donnarumma's game.
But by the way, I am very consistent about this. Donnarumma has not been bad. He has improved massively for Chelsea. But I think you're watching Sanchez today, crosses, number 1 in commanding, and he's 18 in crosses, number 1 in the league. Numbers don't lie, and eye tests don't lie. Starting counter attacks, I think he's fantastic.
Numbers
in
do
the-
lie, Mo. You have to have context with your numbers.
By the way, eye test and numbers matched each other. So what is there to talk? His crosses, he's the number 1 in collecting crosses in terms of percentages.
Mo, what
He's
you're forgetting,
absolutely
But Mo,
stopping.
where Mo, you think this is the problem with people who use numbers who are necessarily.
Let me just put. Can I say something? Allison is the number 1. My problem with Allison, I told Sam this last season. He missed 13 games already. This season he has been injured. So as a goalkeeper, you need to be available. And Allison has been not available for a bunch of games for last season and this season. But he's number 1 in terms of ability because he's the most complete goalkeeper in the league. But he's not available. But Sanchez and Raya, if you compare both, Raya number 1, Sanchez 2. Donnarumma, the guy every time cross, there's a panic in the box every time. It's a panic in City's box. Sanchez, very composed in collecting crosses. That is a massive thing in the Premier League.
But again,
I'm sorry,
Mo,
anybody that wants to scapegoat Sanchez.
Wait.
come
I
on.
just,
again,
wait, listen.
Mo,
I just
what
want to
you're
mention
forgetting-
something about.
Go for it.
Wait,
Go for it.
Yeah. I wanted to. Someone was talking about the consistency part, right? For players to become consistent, they need to be in a team. Firstly, right, that the manager gets the best out of them, puts them in the position, platforms them well, identify their characteristics, and be like, you know what, this is where he thrives. I'm going to put him in this team, and I'm going to build, and then I'm going to play a certain way, and just similar to what Arteta's done with Arsenal. And he's pretty much got all of his players. He's platformed them well. And he's given them the license to get the best out of them. That's why you see more consistency from them. Now, if you're talking on paper, right, and pure quality, you look at a player like Caicedo, he's got more qualities than a Declan Rice. There's nothing wrong with that. You look at Cole Palmer, he's got more qualities.
Not sure, mate.
No, he does, right. If you look at Cole Palmer, yeah, he's got way more bags of quality than a Bukayo Saka, right? Cole Palmer, yeah, I've seen him. I think his best game this season was probably against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, right? He was phenomenal in that game. He's just come back from an injury. What fans like to do is narratives are quite dangerous, isn't it, right? Everyone's very reactionary. Now, Ryan Cherky is a baller. He's always been a baller, even in his Lyon days. I don't think people were talking about Cherky because he wasn't playing in the Premier League. Now we're seeing him and he's got his numbers. They're starting to say he's number 1, right? And that, he's way better than Cole Palmer. Listen, Cole Palmer, yeah, is still that guy. It's just that he's playing in an inconsistent team, which stems from loads of different factors. The players on the wide areas aren't good, and the manager, his in-game management is not that good either, right? So, of course, they're going to be way more inconsistent. Now, do I think Chelsea fans overrate their... I mean, when they start comparing Esteval to Yamal, of course, that is overrating. That's when they're going too far.
Wait, hang on. But you said you literally said 5 minutes ago that Esteval is more talented than Saka.
Absolutely. But I mentioned Yamal.
Are you not seeing? You're doing it yourself, and you're not even a fan of my club.
Hold on. Wait, what's mad about what I said? I'm talking about Yamal.
Yeah.
I'm saying that people that are saying that when Esteval scored against Barcelona, I was hearing that he's the guy that can chat to Esteval. Now, let's not pretend that's not what we've seen. We have seen that. I've said plenty of times that Esteval is a very talented player, and I rate him. I think he's solid. I like him as a player, right? But once football fans just want a debate, they just want a player comparison. They want someone to be able to chat to, like, Lamine Yamal.
Talking about comparison, do you think Esteval and Yamal have a similar ceiling?
No, I think Yamal. I don't think there's a single player that can chat to Yamal's ceiling in today's game. And I think the closest guy, based on talent, is Ryan Cherky. Based on talent, that's the only guy that I can really think of. And then you've obviously got
why is Cherky and Yamal similar?
In terms, the two most talented players, is Yamal number one for me, and then I'll say Ryan Cherky. Yeah. But Esteval was a talented player, but I don't think I don't think his ceiling is as near as Yamal. I don't think it's anywhere near. But that's not shade, because I literally just said 10 seconds ago, I don't know why he's having a fit. I said that he's more talented than Bukayo Saka.
I think that's the problem. I think he's saying that you're overrating him and making him,
when you compare,
putting him in conversations he doesn't belong in.
Dave thinks that you're overrating him.
Yeah.
Yeah, any player that gets compared to Yamal, right? Oh, he's just as good as him. It's the same.
No, you overrate him comparing him to Saka. That's what David's saying.
Yeah.
I know what he means there. He's on about talent. He means like the fact skill,
you put Cherky number 2. You've put Cherky number 2. Yeah. I can't.
In terms of this is
why you think he should be number 1, don't you? Go ahead, say it. You think he should be number 1? Come on, give him some love.
No.
What, me?
Sorry.
Your fan base.
I'm just kidding with you, man. It's all good. I'm a City fan, so
people talk about Cherky. And he's had a good start to the season.
We'll talk about City and Arsenal.
Okay. Nah, we're good.
You tell me. You tell me what's wrong with what I said, and I'll be able to debunk it. Carry on. Go.
My point is that when you're talking about he's a better footballer, what's that even mean? When we're talking about,
no, I don't want to go into this conversation.
No. I'm not.
This is Ahwa 2.0 tomorrow.
We're not going to do this because it's just long. It's long. But the fact, like Jude Bellingham, as an example, Jude Bellingham is a better player than Cherky most likely will ever be.
You have to define. You have to define what you mean by better player, right? You have to define what you mean by better player.
Not even.
Okay. Is Alisson a better player than Ryan Cherky? Yes, he is, because what he's required to do, he's better at than Cherky. So every player, you have to define what you mean by a better player in their given position.
Like, cool, Esteval can do tricks and can do, cool. Cherky did a Rabona and got an assist. That's brilliant, but that's not what's going to win you a league title. What are you waffling about? What do you mean? What more about? You're saying that
you said that as if he only has flair and he's not contributing in all those other things. He's contributing. Speaking specifically about Cherky, Cherky is contributing across the entire pitch, not just with just a little flair, street football stuff. Don't minimize what he's doing.
He's played 8 games. None of you know anything. So to even know
8 games
is crazy.
I'll be real.
That doesn't make sense.
To go back to Mo's point,
you don't even have a decent sample size. What are you talking about?
Sample size is overrated massively. First of all, right, to go back to Mo's point, it is overrated. Listen, you do not need to see. Hold on, you do not need to see 2 seasons of a player to know whether he's going to be good or not, bro. We all know that Ryan Cherky has ability, and you don't need to see him for about 3 years, in it, bro. He's quality, and he's going to be quality. Now, to go back to Mo's point, he said that Cole Palmer, that he's had a decent season last season, and he mentioned Cunha. And he mentioned Mbeumo. Let's be real, right? In terms of GA, because I know that's what you like, right? They got a similar amount of GAs to Cole Palmer last year. Now, if we talk about performances, Cole Palmer wasn't at the level as of what he was in his first season. Now, did you watch Cunha week in, week out for Wolves? And did you watch Mbeumo week in, or are we just basing it on GA? Because Cole Palmer is close to Mbeumo and Cunha last season. Cunha got like 16 goals in the Wolves side. Palmer got, I think, 15. If you look at the beginning of 2025, Chelsea fell off as a team in 2025. They fell off. So it's not just Cole Palmer. Their whole team just capitulated, and they obviously won the Conference League. They had that pre-season friendly against PSG. But if you look at the whole league from start to finish from Chelsea last season, they just about scraped top 4. Their football, they started off really well, and then towards the end, it kind of fell down. They didn't really get the results, and then their performances just fell off. So I don't know why they based their season on they're gonna do a title charge because they beat PSG on a one-off game. If you want to talk about sample size, let's talk about sample size. In the Premier League last year, you guys were inconsistent, so that's what's going to happen with you this season. You're in a top 4 race.
And most logical Chelsea fan, granted there aren't many of them, said that we weren't going to be in the title race. But
they won't say that.
But you should.
No, Mo.
David wasn't. David wasn't. David wasn't.
Mo, you know me very well. I'd never put us in no title race.
But you should.
But we shouldn't. When you look at what we
you
got,
should.
Based on what? Based on what we should? Based on what? Based on what?
Do you know what's funny though, Mo? Do you know what's funny? When we talk Arsenal, these lot, are going to say we bottled the league in 22-23 when we had Rob Holding at centre back. But all of a sudden, Club World Cup winning Chelsea, £1 billion spent Chelsea, Caicedo best in the league, Palmer best in the league, Reece James. You've got all these players, all this money, but where's the expectation? Where's the Chelsea standard? You lot are slacking, man. I don't know what's happened to you. It's just every time you
answer why they should.
Every time Chelsea
the question now.
No, every time
ask me the question.
Wait, hold on.
It's a pity party. It's just pity.
Am I allowed to answer the damn question?
Wait. Can I just comment on what Mario just said? Can I just comment on what Mario just said?
Party.
Mario, you and every other fan downplayed the Club World Cup achievement, correct?
Yeah, because of this.
So you can't base winning the Premier League on that. You can't base winning the Premier League on that achievement, can you?
No, but you lot
have
were
a
telling
simpler
us it's an
answer than this. Forget the Club World Cup. If Aston Villa can challenge,
we'll come back to
should
this.
Chelsea challenge? It's a very simple. I don't care about winning. I'm not asking you guys. I'm going to repeat this again, what I said in the beginning. There is zero pressure and zero expectations for Chelsea to win the Premier League. The expectations to win the Premier League are on Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City. There is zero expectations for Aston Villa, zero expectations on Chelsea. But Chelsea should be doing better than Aston Villa this season.
Absolutely.
Because Chelsea finished higher than Aston Villa last season, because Chelsea signed 6 players, because Chelsea signed a lot of players, and Chelsea supposedly have a better DM, a better left back, a better right back. They have they signed attackers. That's supposedly. They have Enzo Fernandez, they have Cole Palmer. Supposedly, Chelsea are better than Aston Villa. So if Aston Villa are 3 points behind title contenders Arsenal, or title favorite Arsenal, Chelsea should be close. Not 13 points.
Which goes back to the manager.
13 points.
Which goes back to the manager because Unai Emery is a top manager, which is why they're close.
You can't mention the manager.
Because there are 2 answers here. It's either the manager it's either Ahmad is correct. Ahmad is correct. It's either the manager is not good enough or the players are overrated. Because Chelsea are on the same points as the rubbish Man United.
I think it's, again,
They
in my
won 15
opinion,
games in 44 games.
Mo, in my opinion, I think it's a bit of both.
On level with us.
Obviously, but then everyone's going to be like, oh, you're just
Allah
sitting on the bench.
al-Azim, David, if I told you after game week 18 you would be level, not you, David. If I told 99% of the Chelsea fan base around the world, anywhere, content creator or a regular fan or a stadium going fan or an American fan or an African fan or an Asian fan, it doesn't matter, right? You would be, after game week 18, level on points with Man United. You would have slapped me and said you don't know ball. You would have said that right away. You would have said that. You would have said you are absolutely shit. And you don't know
Mo, you're picking teams that are performing in weird ways, right? Man United are arguably doing better than we. If you said they'd only be 3 points behind Liverpool, most Chelsea fans would have been, oh, that's actually okay. So we can pick up. So we can pick up. No. Yeah. But Man United also performing better than we expected. So that it doesn't really make sense to judge one team from a barometer of another.
Chelsea, right? Every team in the Premier League, bar Liverpool, every team, in the top teams, right? I'm talking about every team, bar Liverpool, are actually underperforming. Every team. Points-wise, they're underperforming. The only team. Man United, 29 points from 18 games is a very acceptable.
Yeah, but Mo,
being 6 for Man United this time of the season is very good.
oh, Mo, what's
You know
crazy?
what the problem is? It's not about position. I'm being honest. Just listen to the next part, because the next part is very important. It is not about where you are in this league, right? Because tomorrow Sunderland win, it changes. You'll become 6th, 7th, you become 5th, right? It's about who are you with? Which pack are you with? Man United being 6th with the pack of Sunderland, ahead of Brentford, is expected, right? The only team that is in a pack that shouldn't be in is Chelsea, in the whole league. The whole league,
And Liverpool. And Liverpool.
but Liverpool are doing terrible, right?
Tottenham and Newcastle, they're
But I'm going to tell you
struggling.
something. You know what? Even Liverpool are doing terrible.
Aston Villa shouldn't be where they are, should they?
Yeah, Aston Villa should.
So if Aston Villa are doing it, you should be doing it. Chelsea Football Club.
That's not how it
And
works.
also with United.
That's how it works.
That's a really like granular way to look at it. But like,
No, but can I just say,
I agree with not
but
doing well.
Chelsea
But
boys,
the point's off.
There is a
Dave, can I
massive
just say-
air
but Mo,
coming in
the
my.
reason
in
why
my-
I agree
I don't
with
know
Mo as the
who.
manager. Last
Yeah, I don't know
season,
what that
Chelsea finished above.
Yeah, I
There's a
can hear it as
massive
well.
air coming. There's someone that has the what is it called? The thing like in the equalizer, like
Someone's got a fan in their face.
yeah, like
still
there is
there.
a massive
I heard
air.
that.
Bro, it's Chelsea fans being
Go ahead,
stressed.
Romario. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Romario.
but Mo, what I was gonna say is like, bro, like these lot are talking about Maresca and saying Emery, they got a better manager than Emery. But Chelsea finished above Villa last year, and then you're gonna say, yeah, but they're supposed to. So you just can't win in football. You actually just can't win. I don't think there's a problem with Maresca. I think some of the players haven't turned up. There's a lot of reasons, but yeah, I think it's mainly the players rather than the manager.
we dropped the most points in the league
Listen,
from winning position.
The only
That
Yeah,
is
that's
not-
the players.
that's not-
That's so.
that's
What's the
not only-
so what's the manager
that's not-
supposed
No,
to do?
that's a mix. That's a mix of a manager, because you can say that the manager exhausts the players
Yeah,
to
yeah, it's a
execute
bit
the
of both.
plan,
Institutions.
and he doesn't conserve energy. You can say
Yeah,
that.
it's
You
a
can say
bit
the
of
manager
both.
doesn't know how to manage the load. Like today, I'm gonna say it's on the manager and the players, because Chelsea were having a master class in the first 60 minutes, and I'm saying one of the best games I've watched from a team this season. One of the best
Yeah,
games.
that's a good
right?
point, Mo. You can't blame the manager,
Fantastic.
but not.
But the
crazy.
manager couldn't even
But that's
do
based off
anything
one game,
about
though.
it.
But that's based on one game because we've also
It's
seen
not
that.
based off one game.
It is
Chelsea
because
were
this-
decent last year.
We've seen
Chelsea
that
Nah,
many
were
nah,
decent
times.
nah,
last
We've
year.
seen it many times this season.
I want to do the super chats, guys, and I want to go to Arsenal and City,
Yeah.
because I like.
No, because
It's going to be a long segment, Arsenal and City as
But
well.
listen, there's going to be moments in the games where the manager like Maresca is going to be able to do good things. But you said I didn't really watch the game, so you're saying you had a 60-minute masterclass, right? Cool.
Wow,
Based
bro,
on-
master zero shots.
Okay, cool.
Zero
That's-
shots. Zero shots. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. Not shots on target. You don't understand. Aston Villa had 0 attempts, 0 shots, 35% ball position. Chelsea had like 12 shots. Like, I don't know how many on target. Like, Chelsea had like all over them. Zilch for Aston Villa. Like, Aston Villa looked like a
Sounds like the players to
a
me,
League One
lads.
team.
Sounds like the players weren't quite putting the chances away. That's what that sounds like.
That is another thing. Their attack is so awful that I think Cole Palmer should leave the club.
Oh my God.
I'm being
Hang
completely
on, he's a
honest.
one-season wonder. But he's a one-season wonder, Mo. He's right where he should be.
Man, as of now, David, how is it that you get so triggered when I just as of now?
No, because
Cole
Mo,
Palmer,
Mo,
as
Mo,
of-
you
as
don't
in,
make
I'm never
sense.
gonna finish
You
my
don't,
statement
no,
because so
you
you're gonna
don't,
make
Mo,
me look bad
Mo,
because I need to finish
Mo,
the statement, Dave.
No, because
David,
Mo,
I've been working for you for
Mo,
3 years.
This is dumb. Mo, this is dumb because you can't be
It's not
sensationalist one way
It's
and
not
then
dumb.
sensationalist the other. It
It's
doesn't
not.
work.
I'm not.
It
As
doesn't
it
work.
stands, Cole Palmer has done only one good season at the Premier League.
What's your definition
out
of a good
of
season?
3.
What's your definition of a good season? Is it performances and
He had
numbers?
Cole Palmer had a world-class season that I think if it wasn't maybe for Foden winning PFA Player of the Year, he should have been. I think, in my opinion, I'm still on this. Cole Palmer that season was the best player in the
What
league.
you're ranking his
In my
second
opinion.
season out of 10? What you ranking? So you mentioned Mbeumo and Cunha, right? What would you rank their season in comparison to Cole Palmer last year out of 10? Because they had similar numbers.
I need the benchmark. Always need the benchmark.
So who was the best player?
Who's the
last
benchmark last
Mo
season?
Salah was 10 out of 10 last season. I think
You
it's
got
fair to
Isak
say.
as well. You got Isak who cooked last season.
So for me, Isak was an 8 out of 10 or a 7. I think Cole Palmer and Cunha and Mbeumo and all these guys were a 6 out of 10.
So
all of them.
if a player, okay, how about this then? You said 6 out of 10. That's fair. If a player,
Yeah, so it's like it's for. And by the way, for his level and his talent,
I was about to say,
that's
for,
really
if a
below
player,
par.
If a
It's
player,
below
then-
par. Like for his talent, because I'm expecting way more.
Yeah.
There is
No,
a
that's
difference
fair.
in when Cunha does this or Mbeumo, maybe they are exceeding expectations. For Cole Palmer, you are below my expectation. That's
what you're
that's
ranking a
difference.
player
It's a
that
level.
doesn't have what you're ranking the player. So let's say a player had a similar season to what Cole Palmer did last year, but doesn't really have half his ability. You're rating it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Okay, so you can say that, but one season wonder is mad. But that I agree with.
But currently, as it stands, Cole Palmer has only showed us one season out of his full ability, right? Am I wrong?
No, that's not a wrong thing. But one season wonder indicates that that's the only season he's ever going to be good again. That's how you're putting it out. Do you get what I'm saying? You're putting like when someone is
I never said he's not going to be good again.
That's how
I
it's
believe
coming
that if
across.
Cole,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell but maybe people don't want to understand what I'm saying. I believe that Cole Palmer are actually is meant to play with the likes of Harry Kane, Haaland, Mbappe's, Lewandowski, Yamal's, Rafinha's. I believe that Cole Palmer has that much talent that he should be playing with. So Cole Palmer should not be picking up the ball, looking up, and there is fucking Garnacho or Delap making the runs.
I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
With all due respect, you know what I mean? Like Cole Palmer has so much ability that if there's a Harry Kane or is a Olise making the runs diagonals from the wide or Yamal, Cole Palmer would be one of the best players in the world. That is my opinion. I believe the talent is undeniable. But looking up to see Delap or Joao Pedro making the runs is fucking mad. Bro, is crazy. With all due respect, Neto's good, but Neto puts his head down. He doesn't know how to make smart runs. Cole Palmer should be playing with the best players in the world. We all know this.
You know what,
See, Dave, when you calm down, Dave, and calm, I can explain.
I'm not shouting. I'm not shouting. But at one point, Drake was a one-hit wonder. Same thing with Kanye. Same thing.
As of now, by the way, you know what? You know when I'm gonna tell you something, Dave. You know when Mohamed Salah came to the Premier League, right? If Mohamed Salah broke the record, right? If Mohamed Salah the second season didn't even do good, and the season after didn't do good, and the season after didn't good, that would be one season wonder. Think about it, is that you need to actually perform very well multiple seasons for us to say you showed us your talent. You actually put your talent out there.
I mean, that's what they said about Harry Kane. Remember when Harry Kane, first season, they called him a one-season wonder. Second season, he did it. And then, obviously he became the player he was. So
I checked Harry Kane's numbers. They are fucking crazy. He had back-to-back seasons like 40-something GA, like 40-something GA. For all comps, 40-something GA, 40-something GA.
What David's saying is right. He's saying every great player was a one-season wonder once because they only had one good season to back up. And then they had the second, and then they had the third, and then the fourth.
Exactly. And as of now, Cole Palmer has... Say it, guys. Don't be scared. Say it. It's okay. You can say it. It's fine. Allah, it's fine. As of now, Cole Palmer has...
Go on, David. You can say it.
It's fine, David. It is fine. It is okay. It is okay to say it. You know what I mean?
Miles is one season wonder. Turkey's had no seasons of wonder, so let's not even go into
exactly. 100%. Turkey had no season wonder. As it stands, Cherky is a no season wonder. As it stands, Cherky is a no season wonder. 100%.
This is ridiculous.
Let me do this. Let me do the super chat so we can just move on. Diallo's saying, more watching you. I'm gonna do this with the Arsenal. Okay. Diallo, I'm not gonna unstart it. I'm gonna do it. Thank God Ahmed ditched that black stinky hoodie. I don't know which hoodie is this.
Yeah, listen, bro. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Don't cuss out my dressing.
You guys are hung on Ahmed's hoodie. It's kind of weird.
Listen.
Like remembering what Ahmed was wearing last hour was kind of a little bit. Bro, I support. You always support the channels. Come on. Delap and Garnacho make Jackson and Chance look like club legends, world champions of mediocrity. How is are you guys losing hope in Delap and Garnacho? Khalas. Chelsea fans.
I've given up. I didn't have hope in Garnacho in the first place.
Awful signing. Terrible.
He sucks.
Yeah, bad signing. Very bad.
Yeah,
I agree
he's
I
actually
agree
not
with
good.
both David and Mario on
Nicholas
that.
Jackson is miles better footballer than Delap.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I like Delap. I like him. I think he's a very good box striker. I like Delap.
Has he
swear
had
to
the
God,
has
I
he
do.
had one this season yet, Dilap? He hasn't had one this season, has he?
He's a
He hasn't.
zero season one.
He hasn't.
He's
He's
He's a
season
zero season wonder. I like Delap. I swear to God, I think he's a box striker. I watch him. He has a good touch. He's not bad. He's not a bad footballer.
He just needs
I
to
think
stop
he's
beefing
misused.
everyone, Mo, man. He just wants to fight everyone every game. He's
Yeah, I don't know
charging around.
why.
He's
Because
got more
I
red
think-
cards than goals, man. More
But
red
I
cards
think
than goals.
Maresca is completely using him wrong. He's asking him to do the exact same thing, the exact same job, Pedro. Drop out. You do the same things, which is not right. Don said that Chelsea has better players than Arsenal.
and he's an idiot.
Wait, are we talking about who's Don? Are we talking about the?
As in Sam.
No.
Oh, Don, Chelsea Don.
Don, Chelsea Don.
Yeah, but he put a tweet out about the Esteval in Yamal, so I'm not surprised to be fair. Big up to him though, innit?
Don, any Chelsea fan that I've seen who put us in the title race, I said it years ago. 95% of my fan base are idiots, and this is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with. Oh.
We all know Chelsea's manager, players, and the team are better than Arsenal. They won their trophy in the 1-1 win versus Arsenal. I said it. If Chelsea having a red card forced them to play in a way that suited Enzo Maresca in that game. That's what I think. Sondra. Not saying I agree with Ahmed, but as soon as people bring up tricks and flicks with Shirky, it's immediately clear they know nothing about his profile.
Bro, like,
What do you mean Echo Falls by this? I don't know. I don't know
He's
what
saying
you
that
mean by this.
Basically, they're not giving enough
they're not
credit
talk-
for all the things that he does on the pitch. It's not
they're not
just
talking about
tricks and flicks. It's not just the showmanship. It's all he's people said he didn't run back. He's chasing back on defense. He's doing all the things that we want from any player. People acted as if he was going to come in and just walk around like Messi is doing right now at Miami, because Messi's older. Okay, whatever.
But it's a stereotype, though. This is a stereotype.
Exactly. They saw other players with North African descent and thought that he was going to be the same, and it's not.
When someone, it is a stereotype, yeah. Especially listen, this guy, he's lost his head about more times than Chelsea won games this season, innit? Anyway, like I said, right, with Ryan Turkey, what you say, Mo? Listen, Ryan Turkey, when it comes to North African players, right, and they're really technically good, yeah, especially they're abroad, they always get this opinion that he's either lazy or he don't work hard enough, he's not going to track back enough, right? Ryan Turkey was always a quality player. He's been doing it at Lyon. I've seen it with my two eyes, right? Actually, 4 eyes, innit? I've seen it with my 4 eyes against us, yeah, in the Europa League. Bro, I've seen this guy in the Europa League against us plays against United. 120 minutes. Not only is he technically quality, but he was running all game. So I think people need to relax here when they see someone who's technical. Oh, he's not going to run, he's lazy.
Okay.
That's
Well,
all
let me. Mo,
brought
that
back
curly
is
guy
why.
is clueless about ball players. That curly guy is of course we all is Ahmed. Of course.
Yeah, tell me
Yeah,
what's
Ahmed.
clueless, and then we can come with a comeback. And then
Rosie, why is he
give me
clueless?
a
I think he's having a very good conversation.
Give me a second. Mo.
He
I've just sent you a
didn't. Let me just do this. He didn't.
Yeah, go for it.
He didn't top every underlying creative metrics in Europe last season. To spoken about like some F2 freestyler, his creativity is actually incredible. Turkey has been fantastic, but again, he didn't top it in the League On, which is completely, and Europa League, which is easier to do than
And
doing in the
League-
Premier League.
Having said that,
But
Mo,
he can only do what he does in the league that he's in. We can't judge him off of what he did last season and say, well, he did, but he did where he was playing. He performed. We said he's
Great.
a one-hit wonder.
Gyokeres
He
is
had
the best.
32. He had 32
Tarek-
GA last season in 44 matches. 32
So-
GA in
so-
44 matches.
So Gyokeres was better than Haaland based on the last 2 seasons.
Who?
Gyokeres.
No, but he performed better than he had more goals than Haaland yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, last season. That's just a statistical
But no
fact.
one sits here.
It's
But
a
no one
statistical
sits here
fact.
and say Gyokeres. But no one says here in Gyokeres is Haaland's left shoe lace, right?
No,
one says
no.
that.
But
Because of where
when
you
Arsenal
do it,
went and
right?
got Gyokeres, they thought he was going to be their missing piece. He was going to be the one that got them over the top.
Big up, Mo. I know you have to bounce. Guys, the Blue Lounge. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate you so much.
Wait,
Later,
don't-
man.
Big up, Mo.
see you, Mo.
So-
Mo, wait, hold on, Mo, please, because I have to challenge this North Africa point because it's so.
Yeah, go
But
on.
I need to fin- I need to
No,
fin-
Mo, no, because this
Okay,
is
go ahead.
ridiculous.
Challenge
Mo,
the North
I sent-
African thing. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna
Mo-
continue the super chat. Appreciate it.
Mo, I've sent you a message. I've sent you a message on WhatsApp that
Yeah,
has
I'm
Turkey stats.
silent.
It has
Why are you
nothing-
lagging or I'm like, am I?
No, Mo. Look at the message I sent you. It's Turkey stats.
No, but
It
talk
has
to me and tell me
nothing
what the
to
issue
do
is.
with the fact he's North African. Go
Okay,
and
what's
look
the
at
issue
stats.
then? What's the issue?
What
then?
issue
stat are
is
you
that-
referring to?
If you look at his stats compared to other
I don't
players
care about
in
stats.
his,
What stat?
and what
Let him
what
land.
the
You gotta
what's
let
this
him land.
Bro,
conversation?
listen, let me
You gotta
tell
let
you
him
something.
land.
Bro,
You can't
the
ask
league,
him
I
what
just want to know what stat you're talking referring to. 'Cause
let
I didn't
him
see.
land.
I didn't see
Let
your
him land.
message to Mo. I didn't see your message to Mo.
I do not need to. I
Just
do.
gonna be agenda driven, then that's cool.
No, it's not agendas. I do not need to.
Bro,
see
let
a-
him say the stat.
Hold on,
You've
hold
got
on.
to let him say the stat.
No, but I'll let him have a stat. Yeah, I do not need to watch a player and know his stats to whether he's going to be a good player. You don't need.
Nah, but bro,
you know
let him
what?
say what he's saying.
Bro,
Just
'cause
let him-
like-
'cause I
How do
actually
you think
wanna know what
I
he's
don't think
saying.
you actually understood what he said at all.
Who, me or him?
That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, what's this? What am I watching? What is this?
He's talking about the tackles, interceptions, clearances, included like the part that you contribute defensively as a winger, as a midfielder. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, but what
As
is
a
this? though?
midfielder, as a winger.
But I did maths GCSE ages ago. I'm talking about football. What is this?
The
Bro, why are
fact
you
you
saying
think-
this?
What did he get? Ahmed, what did he get though? What did he get though?
I got a B, bro. I got a B for Bravo.
the fact you looked at that and went, "Oh, it's maths GCSE." That tells people.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, everyone's got their opinion. You can. Be, I don't listen. You can be a stats guy, but all I'm saying that what you showed me.
It's not about being a stats guy. It's not about that.
No, but I don't
if you're just
understand
gonna,
what-
if you're just going to say that people think Turkey's lazy because of his nationality, then quite frankly, I've got to challenge that because it's wrong. It's just wrong. Like it's just wrong. Bro.
So you
This
do
is
realize
even
that League you do realize that League One, right, might not be as good as the Premier League, but it's a very physical league. So he was. If you actually know that, you would understand that he was never going to flop in the Premier because he's used to the physicality. He's played against Man United.
You are arguing a completely different point. Your point that you made was Ryan Cherky is unfairly judged because of his defensive work rate because of his nationality, which isn't true. Because the stats say that compared to other attacking midfielders and wingers
In his position.
who play in Europe, that he has lower numbers compared to those players. So it doesn't
in
have
his
to do with
position.
nationality. It has to
so-
do with what he's doing.
Wait, David,
on the
sorry,
pitch.
are those his numbers from last season? Are those
Those
last
are
I'm
his
now
season.
I'm now
Those over
bringing,
the
I'm
last
bringing the truth.
365 days. So how much?
in the
Bringing,
last year?
I'm br-
In the last year.
now
those are
I'm
his
bringing
stats.
the truth. The truth is happening now. I
Absolute
actually
joke.
went and compared Florian Wirtz last season versus Ryan Cherky's last season. No attacking numbers, nothing. Just defensive actions and your contribution to your defensive of your team. Ryan Cherky is less than half the tackles of Florian Wirtz per 90 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is in terms of interceptions, he's there. Of course, midfielders don't ask to be interceptions. They don't. Ryan Cherky doesn't go back as much in the defensive third. You get my point? Like there is so much less tackles in the defensive third than the mid third from Ryan Cherky to Florian Wirtz.
Okay.
And we're comparing 2 10s. That is what David is talking about, Ahmed. Ryan Cherky have the luxury to not contribute to his team's defensive actions. Like he's waiting for the ball to get to him so he can work offensively. It's not taking anything away from offensive work. But that means for Manchester City as well, I'm not sure. I watch him. Today is the first game where I saw Ryan Cherky actually getting stuck in defensively. Pep Guardiola was talking about this. Like Ryan Cherky doesn't work with the team defensively. Bernardo does the work, Foden does the work, Gonzalez does the work.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to be, and not everyone is going to be a Bernardo. There's going to be different Listen. Just because Wirtz and Turkey play as a 10, there's going to be different types of number 10. So I feel like we're trying to force Turkey to be a player into something that he's not going to be. I mean, I think we need to understand, with a player like Turkey, let him do his offensive ability because that's what he's known for. No one really cares about his. No one really cares about his defensive.
But Ahmed, but what David is saying, David's not saying that's not true. David's saying that the narrative that was put out is the fact that because he's North African, that people look down on the stuff that he does on the pitch, especially the defensive work. But then, and we can.
But also,
anyway,
boys,
we're getting into the weeds on this thing.
What
the
I'd
guy,
say
with,
to qualify that
the guy
is
who said that maths is he got a B in GCSE maths knows everything. So I'm powerless. I'm powerless. Like,
but Dave, I know what everyone's saying here. Everyone makes bet under Pep Guardiola. I think Shirky's naturally going to have to defend more anyway. So I think his defensive stats they're going to get better anyway. No,
Mo looks 10 years younger. Look at this, mashallah.
Yeah.
Let me finish this so we can. Okay, a one season wonder after 2 seasons is a wrong use of term. As of now, as it stands, he had one world-class season. That's it. I think it's Cole Palmer need to prove us wrong and need to prove to the world that you can do it consistently. I don't know what is so wrong about me saying this. What is so wrong about me saying this? Nothing. Salah had to do it. You gotta go Rex? Yeah. It was Rak at the end, guys, who was having the noise at the end.
Imagine.
The players Shirky are most compared to is Ben Arafa and Tarat, and he's called lazy and fat. He has absolutely been racially profiled. Damn.
Yeah, but because people were saying, by the way, Mo, the reason why he's 30 mil, or there must be an attitude issue, or there must be something off the ball, there must be this. That's why people were astounded by how cheap he was. So hence why I brought the point, because I'm bro against us, I know it's only against United, but bro, in them 120 minutes, actually, bro, the guy ran like a dog the whole game. Ran like a dog. So that's it.
Going to the title race, guys. What does that mean? Mo is Egyptian. He's Algerian. Mo is Egyptian. What does that mean? I don't understand. What is the relation between Ahmed is Libyan? Big up Ahmed.
Big up. Come on.
I don't know the origins of the guys. There's an American Tariq. I'm American. Tariq, what's your heritage?
I'm a black man. I'm an American.
Romario,
we're just black, man. I don't.
Romario, like what does this have to do? Mo is American Egyptian. I don't understand.
Barbados, Bayesian.
Yeah, like David. I think David told us before. What does this have to do? Mo's Algerian, like Mo's Egyptian. I don't understand. What's the point of this? Seriously, that comment was kind of like what was, guys. Can we get rest in peace, Mo? What is this? What the fuck is wrong with
Rip Mo? That's crazy.
What do you guys make of the 2 games today? Number one, can I ask something? Were Nottingham Forest robbed today?
No,
I don't think so. Based off what, Mo? I don't think they were robbed.
Then the people, the guy is talking about the Diaz red card. He's talking about this is like 100%.
Yeah,
he's talking about Morgan Gibbs-White was pushed to the ground, and by the time he comes up, he's supposed to be the guy that actually.
Morgan Gibbs-White was initiating contact, and he went down, and then he got back up, and he didn't block the shot, and he was looking for an excuse as to why he didn't block the shot. I don't believe that I'm a City fan, put that out there. So the Ruben Diaz, we've seen plenty of times where people will come together and not every coming together is a foul or deserves a yellow card or whatever. So
did he stop an attack?
Did he knock him down? He did knock him down. Was there any intent in it? Was it way off the ball? No, none of that stuff. So there was no reason for a yellow card to be shown there. And every person on this panel and everybody in the chat, if that would have been against their team, they would have thought that was the wrong call.
I don't know, man. I've seen yellow cards given
enough for me. To bear in mind the goal.
Do you agree or do you believe that? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying the goal was given. Don't think there's enough to overturn it and make
for
it
the Gibbs-White. The Gibbs-White.
And the same thing with the Ruben Diaz thing. Could it be a yellow? Yeah, it could be. But has the referee made an absolutely massive mistake in terms of not giving him a yellow? I don't think so, because it was just a natural coming together of two players running to the spot.
I think if he would not have been on his first, if he had not already had a yellow, he probably would have given him one. But I've heard people say, and I don't know that this should be the case, but people say, oh, well, the criteria or the threshold for a second yellow is always higher than for the first yellow. Whether that should be or not, I don't know. But sorry,
I don't think there was enough evidence.
I don't think there was a City fan, so it is what it is.
Forget the people that said.
Oh, no,
I don't think there is enough evidence to actually overturn the goal at all.
Yeah,
I don't think at all it should be any reason to overturn the goal because it wasn't called on the pitch. There's not enough evidence. For the yellow card, I think the referee looked at it and he should have given a yellow card. But I don't think that it's a yellow card. It's not that big of a deal. I've seen some people get away with it, as Tariq said. I've seen some people get away with it. The thing about it, that City actually got the win against Nottingham Forest, fair and square. Shirky is a superstar. And I think I'm going to come to Arsenal. I think Shirky currently, as he's performing now since he came, is actually performing as the best player in the league. There is nobody that had that effect on a team.
Yeah, him or Rodgers at the minute. Him or Rodgers.
He has played less minutes than everyone. I think he is the reason why City are up there. I'm being honest. I think he is probably, if I'm not mistaken, he's the number one factor why City's attack is clicking like this. The number one reason why City look very good going forward. And I don't know why people are not talking about this enough.
I think Morgan Rodgers exists. I think Haaland exists. He's not played enough to be considered, in my opinion.
Nah, but
he's
David,
played very well.
I'm not saying he's the best. I didn't say he's the best player. I said currently, he has the most impact in this league, in my opinion.
Who's this?
Most impact. Ryan Shirky.
Now, do you know it is for me, Mo? I think you're right. I think Ahmed was saying I don't agree with you need to see a lot of seasons and saying that's overrated. I think you do need to see some sort of product. But for me, Shirky's the truth. He's had 8 starts and he's already got 7 assists, 2 goals. I know you're saying about defensively he's not the greatest, but I think under Pep, I don't think you can get away with not being defensive. There was one, I think, for Reinders' goal against West Ham. Shirky won the ball back, and as soon as he won the ball back, he skinned 2 players, give it to Haaland. Haaland give it to Reinders, and it's a goal. I think Mo's spot on, man. When I watch Shirky, I feel like I'm young again. I feel like I'm watching pure football how it should be played. He plays it. He plays beautiful football. So I think you're right, Mo, man. I think Shirky's a big problem.
You guys know that per minute, Ryan Shirky has the more than 1 GA per 90 minutes, right?
This is what I'm saying, man.
It's
the only player in the league.
61 minutes to be exact.
Dave, I don't think you've been watching, bro.
The only one in the league that is having that impact.
I think he's been really good, but when I talk impact from a player in their team, I think
Mo's on about now, in the last 10 games.
I think Morgan Rodgers has been more impactful for his team than Shirky's been.
Yeah, I think it's debatable between them two. No, I think it's debatable.
And again,
but Ryan Shirky has bigger shoes to fill, though. He's got bigger shoes to fill because of who Man City don't have. If you look at the creativity that Man City need, Ryan Shirky is probably their most creative player. They used to have Kevin De Bruyne. Morgan Rodgers is doing well, fair enough in it. But with Aston Villa, who's he taking who do they have previously? For example,
Morgan Rodgers don't have anyone to look up to, bro. Morgan Rodgers' team should not be there. Man City should. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Man City have better players, and then they should be there. Yes, that's totally understandable. But I'm saying with the player who Man City lost here in Kevin De Bruyne, because he was their big creative spark, they didn't have a player that has the creativity and the weight of pass like a De Bruyne. I'm not saying Ryan Shirky is on the same level, but he's the only guy in the team. He's massive.
I think Dave, Morgan Rodgers. Yeah, but Rodgers is Rodgers is obviously cold. I love Rodgers. I want him at Arsenal. He's obviously, but I think almost saying is, bro, in the last he started 8 games, got 7 assists and 2 goals. He's been smashing it. In the last 10 games, he's been
really
disgusting.
well.
He's been discussed.
Yeah, but to be fair, with Rodgers, like at the beginning of the season, he was struggling massively a lot. Like it's only
that's why people forget that in the beginning of the season there was
exactly
6 games that people were talking about Rodgers is finished and they're finished.
Bro.
That's part of your analysis this season. Like you can't be like very good in the last 6, 7, 8 games of Morgan Rodgers, but then your first 6 games, I'm not gonna forget about this. You had stinkers after stinkers. Yeah. All of the Villa team were bad. Ryan Shirky, I can't remember enough minutes of him where he has been bad.
Yeah,
he came
true,
to the game.
Every time I watch Shirky, he just does well, and I think
he's contributing to the attack. By the way, the numbers don't lie again.
But I think optics are a big thing because Rodgers, all of his goals, he's like slapping them in the top corner from far out. I think it always makes you think he's playing better than he is. He's obviously having a good season, but Shirky's doing a lot of good things that you might not notice or aren't played over and over again. Even
Turkey's goals have been quality. Turkey's goals have been quality.
Well, he scored a winning goal today. Haaland didn't turn up, Foden didn't turn up. As an Arsenal man, I'm sitting there thinking, yep, these men have dropped points on the road, Forest, and then Shirky, and the finish is cold. He makes it look easy, but it's a very good finish, man.
So when you're watching as an Arsenal fan, when you're watching City play, do you assume we're gonna get over the line and get all 3 points? Do you just assume that? Because that's how I feel about Arsenal. I just assume you guys are gonna get all the points, and if you don't, then I'm happy. But if not, it is what I expected.
Yeah, when I'm watching City at the minute, and this is sort of, Dave, what I'm saying about Shirky, where he's the similar profile to a lot of the players Chelsea has signed. But what Shirky's showing, which is a bit scary, is he'll step up when other players don't. And you ask me, do I always think City are going to do it? When Haaland plays, you expect him to score. You don't expect him to not score. He's got 19 goals in 18 games. Like, it's a joke. So when you look at City, Haaland don't play well, Foden don't play well, and then you see Shirky and Reinders stepping up. City are a problem. I don't think they've got the defensive unit there. I think you're 1 or 2 injuries away from sort of slipping away, but yeah, City are a big problem, and Shirky could have one of them seasons where we're talking about PFA Young Player of the Year. I think that's the sort of season he's heading towards. With Rodgers, Dave, because I know you want Rodgers in there. Honourable mention.
I think it's easier to get into a Pep team and play well than it is to be the main man for a team.
I think it's arguably harder, you know. It's arguably harder.
Because if you don't perform for Pep, he's going to put you. He's going to take you out. AKA Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob.
Yeah, but the difference is.
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say. Say what you're going to say.
But if Rodgers doesn't perform, then Villa knows that. If that's what Dave's saying.
My point is that Villa aren't even meant to be in the situation.
Sure, so as a team, I agree with you. I agree with you. But if Morgan Rodgers doesn't perform, he's not getting sent to the bench. If Morgan Rodgers doesn't perform this game, 2 games, 3 games in a row, he's still going to start because there's nobody better than him on the bench. It doesn't matter how he performs; he's going to play. If Cherky doesn't come out, and again, I'm not trying to compare Cherky and Morgan Rodgers. That's not my point. But I'm just saying with Pep, if you don't perform, you will be on the bench. We've had plenty of young players that have. Even like Cole Palmer, why did Cole Palmer not get minutes? Because he didn't deserve minutes at that time with who we had on our team. Not that we thought he was a bad player. We didn't want to lose him. He just didn't deserve minutes when you got going up against Riyad Mahrez and all these other players. Cherky, if he's playing, it's because he's performing
it's a good
week in, week out. And if he stops performing, then it'll be Savinho. Savinho played all last year, but he can't even get in the team this year.
Who's he getting dropped for?
Who getting dropped for?
If you drop Cherky, who's he getting dropped for?
I don't know that we will drop Cherky, but when Doku comes back, if Semenyo comes in, if Savio had like double-digit assist GNA last season, and he's not playing. Savio can't get in the team right now. Oscar Bob can't get in the team. Well, Oscar Bob is hurt, but even before he was hurt, he couldn't get in the team. He started the season as our right winger, played probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 matches. He didn't perform, and he's made little token appearances here and there. If you don't perform for Pep, you will be on the bench. There's that's the pressure that you have to perform.
And with Rodgers
doesn't have that pressure. And again, not to compare him, but that's just not the reality.
But Rodgers has the pressure of being the best player for his team every week.
Agreed.
Turkey
And if he,
didn't-
you know what? And if Aston Villa doesn't win, no one's upset, because as we have all said, no one expected them to be second or third in the table at this part of the season. At any part of the season, to be fair. So if they don't perform, there's no pressure if they don't perform.
Hold on, but when we walked into the start of this season, most people didn't have City in the title race. So
That's because most people are ignorant.
What pressure are we talking about here? What pressure?
Most people looked one season and said, "Oh, they're done." Pep
No,
is washed.
I disagree.
Pep is
I
washed.
disagree with this completely. I'm sorry.
That's not true.
I
either.
disagree with you completely. No one, I'm going to say it again. No one expected Matthias Nunes to play up to this level as a right back.
If
No
you
one
look at the
expected
end of last
Doku to-
season,
and hold
he
on.
actually was pretty good at the end of last season. It took
was
him a while to
okay.
get there. It took him a while to get
Yeah,
there.
but he was okay. Okay, we're not going to sit here and say that Man City fans were not screaming for right back all summer. Nico O'Reilly has been good. He has been good last season, but he hasn't been the best left back in the league like this. Nico Gonzalez, everyone wanted to sell Nico Gonzalez and said that when Rodri's back, we're going to play well. But Nico Gonzalez is actually
Can
playing.
I pause you for a second? I don't know anybody
Go
that
ahead.
wanted. I don't know anybody that wanted to sell Nico G. What we wanted was for Pep to play him. That's what we wanted. He wasn't getting played, unfortunately.
But
At the
maybe
end
there
of
are
last
one or
season,
two
Nico
people, I'm
Gonzalez
sure.
didn't play well.
No, but let's not forget the start of the season. City also had some shocking performances, so it's not like the thing is come together well in recent games. But what was the score when he lost against Spurs? Like Spurs obviously are not a very good team. They lost. I think that was at the Etihad.
2-0 against Spurs. They
Yeah.
lost 2-1 against Brighton. They lost to Newcastle. They lost to Villa. We're not going to sit
That's
here.
horrible.
I think it was far from guaranteed that City were gonna be where they are now. That to credit to Pep, credit to the City players, they've turned it around.
100%,
But
yes.
I don't think that's the same as saying
The
that people were
beginning of-
ignorant because they didn't think it was going to be
The beginning, no. So you know what? That's it was too strong of a word for me. My bad. Too strong of a word. But what I will say
No,
is that
I didn't think it as a strong- I said
before
that
the ball was ever kicked
there
this
was
season.
a lot of ground.
No,
There
before
was
the
a
ball
lot
was
of
ever
ground
even
beneath
kicked.
That.
No,
Yeah,
before the
there
ball
was
was
a
ever
lot of
even kicked,
ground.
though, Mo.
There was a lot of ground. You missed
Yes.
on your number one signing, Florian Wirtz, and you got Ryan Cherky, which wasn't even your number one signing. You wanted Florian Wirtz. You missed on that. Savinho was talking about going to Spurs, and he didn't sign another winger to replace him. Doku wasn't good enough to start for Manchester City. Oscar Bob is injured, right? Kevin De Bruyne is gone. You didn't sign a replacement. Gundogan is gone. Reinders is good. But we know that Tijani Reinders hasn't had good season yet.
Best
But
midfielder in Serie A last season.
yeah, but before we go on this, there is no midfielder in the history of Pep Guardiola with City that was able to perform in his first season under Pep to the level. Nobody. And if you ask any AC Milan fan, they'll tell you Tijani Reinders is a very offensive guy. Doesn't contribute defensively.
And that's
Doesn't
what we've
work
seen so
hard
far.
defensively. He doesn't work so hard defensively. He kind of like a passenger. With Milan, he was a passenger defensively, right? Not a passenger, but
I
he
say
wasn't.
passenger's too strong, but he's that's not the strength of his game at all.
Matthias Nunes, you don't have a balance in your team. You're a very attacking the players you play. Bernardo Silva's legs are gone. There was a lot of legs behind the statement of City are not up with Liverpool and Arsenal. It's the fact that you're doing it now. You are actually overperforming what everyone expected, including some of the Manchester City fans.
Now, pause. You said that my team, City, are overperforming people's expectations. What I'm saying to you is that people's expectations were flawed from the beginning. Coming into this season, people before we ever kicked the ball, people already assumed City was going to be fighting, hoping to get top four, if that, right? That was already decided, and it was decided based on last season when we had injuries, when we had Rodri go down, we couldn't. It took us a while to get, of course, the January window. We were able to bring in Nico G. He helped stabilize the club, stabilize the team. We ended up getting Kovacic back. We ended up getting Bernardo back, and so he didn't play as much down the stretch. But again, I think my opinion is that people assumed and probably hoped that because we did not have a great season last season, or because we had that stretch, where we went, I don't know, one or two for 14 or something like that. We had that stretch where people assumed that was going to be what our season looks like all this season, and that was completely unfounded.
No, but the thing is, first of all, you had that stretch, but then you also had Kevin De Bruyne leaving. You had Phil
Right.
Foden coming off a terrible season. There was no guarantee because Phil Foden up until now has had a pretty, I wouldn't say easy because that's disrespectful.
But you
to Phil Foden.
assume that Foden's not going to get back to that, that level, or even close to that level.
No, but I think it's a fair assumption a fair question mark to have. Maybe not. You shouldn't assume either way because he's done it at the highest level. But when you're losing up until last season, Phil Foden had a pretty easy is not the right word, but he had a lot of good players around him doing well. This was a season where he would have had to come in without a Kevin De Bruyne and step up. And
his best season, he actually performed when Kevin De Bruyne. He performs better when Kevin De Bruyne wasn't around because he can be the man.
But then we also have other players who weren't performing well. Nico G, you said, wasn't playing last season. So there were question marks. And when there's too many question marks, then people have a right to start questioning that.
Okay, that's fair. I'll leave it at that. At the end of the day, my opinion,
and it's a credit. It's a credit to City because it's a credit to City that they have actually stepped up. It's a credit to Pep because people had, but not. I don't think anyone. It would be completely ridiculous for anyone to write Pep off. But we do see that sometimes after a manager's been at a club for a long time, like has Pep, does he want to restart this cycle? Is he ready to bring in a brand new set of players? Probably for a manager that probably could for the next manager, if essentially he'd be doing it, because I don't think who knows whether he's going to stay behind his current contract, but probably this season or the worst next or the best next season is going to be his last season at City. Has he got the appetite to do that? Does he want to do that? We know has personal issues with his wife and stuff like that. These are all questions that I think that are legitimate. And to his credit, he's come out fighting. City have come out fighting, and they're doing what they're doing. They're sticking with Arsenal. I think it's going to be a really good title race.
fair.
We haven't even spoken about art. You're muted, David.
I can't hear you. Yeah.
I said, even though I questioned you on it at the start of the season, I actually did have City in the title race. I said you must.
No, but I think they're closer than what I thought, to be honest.
Yeah,
Closer than what I thought.
Me too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Mo, watching Gyokeres play for my team makes me sad. What do you see?
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you know what's so nice?
Bro.
Like, seeing people actually be honest now is so nice to see. It's so nice to see. Because a few weeks ago, I was hearing, he occupies defenders. He's doing really well.
I'm not writing him off. I'm not writing him off.
Now it's coming home to roost.
Nah, it's not. It's not coming home yet. It's not. I think you got to give him time, man.
It's home. It is home. Don't worry about it. It's in the house.
I think you got to give your credit. Boys, in all seriousness, all right, some of the touches are heavy. The hold-up play shaky. It looks like he's never lent on a man, let alone held one off and spun him. I don't know. I just think Gyokeres will come good. I'm not sure why. There's just something about it. Everything tells me he's not. And I was a big fan of Gyokeres. Said sign him over Sesko. Said sign him over everybody. I was convinced. Maybe it was a celebration.
Yeah.
Maybe the thought.
I'll be honest.
Celebration gassed me.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He's pony, innit? Like he's pony, bro. Like he's not good at all. Like with him, is that people just looked at the goals that he scored in the Portuguese league. They didn't really watch the Portuguese league. That league is not really good.
Nah, but bro, he looks worse than what he looked there.
But the thing, you always have to look at the players. You always have to look at his fundamentals first, right? And then the output comes afterwards, right? So if he's able to pattern that up and then you put him in a better team, then he can score goals. But bro, the guy, relies heavily on getting in with space in behind. And then when it comes to teams playing against Arsenal, they play a very low block because they know Arsenal have dangerous players to be able to get the goals from anywhere on the pitch, set pieces, open play, so on and so forth. Gyokeres does not offer you anything in possession. He doesn't offer anything. That's why when they play with Gabriel Jesus, they play with Merino, they've got a better game. Their game is better in back to goal. They're able to find the passes as well. The weight of passes is much better. So someone said, do you rate Jesus? Jesus is a good player. It's just the injury. He's not. Jesus is a good player, and I think he offers a lot to the Arsenal team. The problem with him is his availability, and secondly, he's not really an out-and-out goal scorer. But I don't actually think Arsenal ever needed a profile like a Gyokeres. Goals wasn't really their issue, because if you look 2 seasons ago, right, especially the 23-24 season, they scored over, like, I think it was 88 goals they scored. The season after that, they scored 90 goals. I think last year they didn't score as much, but the last 3 seasons, the 2 seasons before last year, they scored a fair bit, and they didn't really have an out-and-out number 9. So I think that signing was a waste. And someone said to me, but Ahmed, you need to be able to play to his strengths. But I'll be honest, his strengths aren't worth it. It's not at a caliber to, you can't sacrifice, bro. If you've got a player like Haaland, right, who's not really got a great first touch, his back to a goal game isn't the best, but he's a proven goal scorer and he's shown it everywhere. So it's kind of worth it, innit? You can play to his strengths. What's Gyokeres done in his career? What's he actually done? Like, Darwin Núñez came from that league. Ruben Amorim came from that league. That league is not a defining factor.
But Bruno Fernandes also came from that league. We can say that, you can't take anything from his numbers. Yeah, then you're going to say, but Bruno's a one-off. I hear it. Maybe Gyokeres was. You can't tell me you looked at him. I think he scored 98 goals.
I'll be real, innit? I never wanted them at Man United. I never wanted them at Man United.
I hear that. But all I'd say is you can't. It's revisionism, and it's a beautiful thing, hindsight. If we all had hindsight, we'd all be millionaires. But the thing is, you can't tell me you looked at Gyokeres' numbers, how he performed against English clubs. He didn't score against us, but he played all right. Scored a hat-trick against City. Okay, 2 of them.
Actually speaking, he's your worst striker.
No, but it's about profiles and players, and I think people really need to start realizing what football is nowadays.
No, I think people can overrate. I think you can overrate profiles and players because they won numerous Champions Leagues.
Bo will tell you in the summer, I will break down his film and tell people this guy, it's not going to work because you just don't have these opportunities in the Premier League. You just don't have them. And when he's come to the Premier League, when he's had his opportunities to do something, maybe not in the exact same way, but that has a similar thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to spin my defender and run him behind.
Do you know what I said in my match?
They're better than those boys.
Do you know what I said in? To be honest with you, do you know what I said on MHF? I said that Arsenal were sensational in the first half against Brighton, despite having Victor Gyokeres on the pitch. I swear to God, despite having Victor Gyokeres, like Arteta, without right backs, right? Calafiori got injured in the warm up, without Gabriel, right? And Arteta had a very good game plan despite having a player that is hindering the team. And anyone that actually watched this game, you can tell that every time Arsenal worked the ball and it got to Gyokeres, I don't think he's up to the level of the other players. I don't think he's up to the levels of the other players at all. He's not up to the other players. And by the way, maybe in the beginning, and I'm going to tell you something. In the beginning of the season, players were marking Gyokeres. So he was occupying players. Why? Because players didn't know. So the opposition's manager would ask his defenders to have 2 on him, drag defenders out, right? Now they know, they leave 1 defender on him and it's okay. It's all right. It's not a big deal. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to do a lot. He turned Lewis Dunk brilliantly and then literally passed it to the goalkeeper in the second minute. Or something in the
straight away.
Bro, you turned Lewis Dunk. Just at least put your laces or even put it in the corner, pass it as he's passing back to the goalkeeper. And it's 1990, and you're okay to pass back to the goalkeeper.
Now, Mose, you know what it is for me?
That was crazy.
I think you boys are right. He doesn't look great, and I begged for him. So, David, I hear what you're saying. You probably analysed it without any bias. I just wanted someone who scores goals. We've had Havertz up front, Jesus, and you talk about profiles. One of the reasons I hear profiles are important, but Mikel Merino's worked up front for Arsenal, and you can't tell me you sat there, looked at Merino's game and thought, you know what, he'd do a job up front.
But you know what you should have done, though?
Yeah, but sometimes football's not as simple as he looks like he does this and he does that, so this works. You do have to try different players and different systems, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? The thing. You go. Yeah, big up. I was going to say, right. So you've obviously got Gabriel Jesus, you've got Kai Havertz, and you've got Marino, they're all technically competent, right? What you should have done is find a profile similar to that with the goals and a level above. And that profile is
Ekatike is probably that player.
But I'm going to say something. Ahmed, he scored a lot of goals, and I'm going to say something. Guys, he didn't look that bad. I swear to God, he didn't. He didn't look that bad.
Gyokeres.
You're not going to... Yeah, he didn't look that bad.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Mo. This is what I'm trying to say.
Guys,
he didn't look this bad. He didn't look
this
bad.
Guys, the guy at Portugal...
There's a system that's built around him and his strengths, where that's not the case at Arsenal now.
Yeah, but Tarek, he doesn't have the fundamentals of football. The fundamentals of football is
you
like...
need to be competent. You need to be technically...
I don't understand.
You need to be technically at least competent to play the Arteta system. That's what I'm trying to say. It just showcases like
I disagree. Martinelli plays it, and he is.
Yeah, but Martinelli
had the fundamentals: receive, kick and run, quick. Like he's not. Like
Gyokeres,
bro. Romario, Gyokeres. You're watching Gyokeres. Okay, let me. People are gonna get mad when Erling Haaland first joined Manchester City, and we know he was good at Dortmund, but he first joined Manchester City. Every time Erling Haaland, he said his link-up play is not there, his passing is not there, he doesn't know how to pass, he doesn't know how to create. And Pep Guardiola's like, all right, but he has elite movement, and we're gonna play to his strengths.
Yeah.
Victor Gyokeres today, and I told you, Romario, you did near post crosses, far post, cutbacks across the goal, squaring it, and he's not there. None of them. He's always making the wrong run. It doesn't matter if the player is making whatever cross they're making. He's making the wrong run. Erling Haaland in his first season, far post cross, Erling Haaland is there. Near post, Erling Haaland is there. Make runs, Erling Haaland is there. Cut back,
De Bruyne was
very similar, very similar to Højlund.
It's not about De Bruyne, but the problem with Victor Gyokeres, I think it's not. People talk about his hold the play. Broski, Gabriel Jesus makes it stick. Again, it's Lewis Duncan Van Hecke.
It's the basics. Yeah,
the basic football. Just receive the fram ball. And pass the ball. He's not.
But Mo, you make a good point. He didn't even look this bad in Portugal. This is what you mean. The first touch, even the basics.
Is that it's not that he didn't look bad in Portugal. It was that when he's going to translate over, his weaknesses are going to be amplified. That's why he looks so bad. Because what he's not good at, Amorim knew he's not good at that. I need to get him running in the channels, and I need to get him on his strong side. That when he makes his move, all he's got to do is just cut back in.
Dave, you know what it is? You're right.
Arteta has not got to do. That's not how his football's played.
No, Dave, you're right. You make a good point. But even there's a goal in the Champions League. I think it's against Sevilla. I'm pretty. If you can remember it, Gyokeres gets the ball. He battles 50-50 with a defender, beats him for pace, and then just slams it in with his left foot. He's not even doing that. He can't even run away from players. There's chances where
even his touch is away from him. Like his touch is away from him.
Bad.
But again, Mo, if you watch the tape, again, the what's funny is that people think I'm a stats guy. No, because there's stats and there's eye test. Gyokeres, when you watched him for 90 minutes, these weaknesses were there. It's just everyone saw goals and went, oh, goals. But no, he has to be. If you put Gyokeres in a mid-table side in the Premier League, he may not look amazing, but he'd score more goals. Because he's got more opportunity to do what he does.
I get you. Like this Gyokeres thing, I think Gabriel Jesus has to start. Let me do this. Listening to the Chelsea section back, I hope to sell Josh to Barcelona or City when he becomes elite in 1.5 years. They will regret. It's just like Lewis Hall. No, Lewis Hall is balling now at Newcastle, to be honest.
Quality.
He's an amazing player. Absolutely. I am with David here. Rodgers is bigger than Haaland, bigger than Shirky. I disagree. Shirky has had more impact than Rodgers, with all due respect. No, again, Shirky has had more impact, Diallo. The fact that Shirky ain't played much says it all because he was injured. He was injured, Diallo. He was injured.
He missed like 5 games.
He was injured. Arsenal,
but even then, Pep kind of brought him in slowly. He didn't just throw him in right because he's got a couple of only recently has he started playing, most minutes of most matches. It's probably the last 5, I'd guess. But before that, it was small appearances here and there.
But I'm gonna come to the super chat in a second. David, what do you mean now? A lot of people actually didn't see that, but Diallo was adamant that But Diallo was actually thinking that Cisco is better, and we watch Cisco now. He's so clunky as well. It's unbelievable. How do you...
David, tell me about them tapes. What did the tape show you about Sesko?
No, but
We're not going to go to Cisco thing.
I'll answer it very quickly.
I just want to answer, man.
Because I rate Sesko. My biggest issue with Sesko is he's playing at Man United, and that's where players.
Oh, so there's always an answer.
No. The basics, bro. Sorry, Cisco's basics, David. Basics. Weighted passes, receiving the ball.
Far better than Gyokeres are. Far better.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch him. Sometimes he's really terrible.
No, I've got evidence of you even saying it. I've got evidence of you even saying it.
But sometimes. But yes, the last two games, David, his touch is so heavy.
But Mo, there's two games, and then there's all 17 games that he's played in the Premier League. At least Sesko's shown glimpses. At least 20 minutes.
Your credit showed a glimpse.
No, I ain't seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I want to go back, guys. I gotta move on from this. Wallahi, he's worse than Eddie Nketiah. He's out of shit. Diallo's like khalas. Eddie Nketiah is better than you. Mo is out of his depth. I think he's out of his depth. I think Diallo
hates Gyokeres, boy. He's got money to spend.
He does. He always hated Gyokeres. This is the one. Arsenal own goal luck will run out. Villa will beat them. Tariq, how do you see Arsenal in this title race?
Oh, here we go.
How do I see Arsenal?
Okay, so just to put in context, the last 6 goals, it's 2 penalties, 2 own goals, and 1 Odegaard goal.
As a City fan, I'm gonna criticize it, right? But if I'm an Arsenal fan, I don't care how we score those goals. We just got to get across the line. As a City fan, when we play, I don't really care even if our performances aren't great. You can't get away with that consistently, but in a single match, I don't care how we perform as long as we get across the line, we get all 3 points. So I don't expect Arsenal to can be upset about own goals or set piece FC or whatever else it might be that we like to beat them with as far as a stick to beat them with. But I think they're going to be there all season long. It's going to be us and them, and I hope that we can continue to set the bar, set the pace, and see if they can keep up. It's going to go back and forth depending on who plays first each week, but I don't anticipate them dropping a lot of points. I hope they drop points, but I don't anticipate it. We'll see. The Aston Villa match, I think, is their next one. That would be a perfect opportunity for them to potentially drop points. But I think Matty Cash is going to be out. There's somebody else that got picked up a second yellow as well, or picked up a yellow, so they're gonna be suspended. Yeah, Kamara. So they're gonna be missing. They're gonna be missing some players. So I think they're going to be there all season long. But do I think we will? Do I think we'll get over across the line and win it? Yeah, I do.
Romari, what do you think about this? Are you still confident though?
Yeah, Mo. Do you know what it is? I'm confident, but they're not giving me more confidence. I'm confident because of what I know they're capable of, but based on what I'm seeing, it's not great. I mean, you look at Man City today. Shirky gets them out of jail with that goal, but City don't look great either. If I'm honest, I think defensively you can get at them, but I think Aston Villa is a big game. I think we got them on Tuesday. We have to beat them. If we don't beat Villa, I think it's worrying. I think that's when you start worrying. But I don't know what you boys think. But Mo, you said it there. I think it's 4 own goals. 4 of our last 6 goals, including cup games, have been own goals. And it's like you can say that it doesn't matter, but I think it does matter. I think it's just Saka's got 4 goals in the league. Trossard has 4 goals in the league. Gyokeres has 5. It's just, I don't know. There just doesn't feel like there's a lot of goals going in from our team. So I don't know. You boys have watched as many seasons as I have, and I think you always have 1 or 2 players who sort of fire you to the title. Haaland's on 19 goals. Shirky's on 7 assists. I think Foden's got 6 or 7 goals. So that would be my only worry: is do we have enough goals? I think defensively we're fine, but. Yeah, I don't know what you boys think. I just worry.
Do you think strengthen in January?
I don't think it's even a case. I don't think it's a case of strengthening in January. I don't think in attack anyway. I think we have the numbers and we have the players. You got to think, bro. Eze and Madueke didn't come off the bench today. Either did Ethan Nwaneri. I just don't get it. Madueke scored 2 goals against Club Brugge, and he hasn't had a single minute since. He's not played a minute since scoring a brace. So Mikel Arteta is one of those managers. And forgive me in what I'm about to say, I'll change it slightly. He's from Pep school. So he's got that sort of enigma, weird genius sort of thinking where he does things the average fan probably doesn't think of. So I can't work out why we're not seeing Ethan Nwaneri, why Eze's being benched all the time, why Madueke's not playing. But yeah, I just don't know if we've got the firepower. But I think City will drop points. I think City are on a purple patch. I think you're 1 or 2 injuries away from struggling. So yeah, I think we'll get it done. I think we will.
But with Arsenal this season, yeah, especially with Arteta, his objective, he doesn't really care how it looks in it. Like whether Saka gets that many goals or whether this player is getting. I think his whole objective this season. I'm gonna try and get this title no matter what. I don't care if it looks ugly. Don't care if we're getting own goals. I'm not asked about it. This season, Arsenal fans only care about getting over the line because that's been the main criticism for Arsenal for the past 3 or 4 seasons under Arteta. So whether it looks ugly or not, they just have to hope that it's worth it in it and it's sustainable. So right now they're doing well, fair play. Defensively, they're sound. I didn't watch the game against Arsenal to be fair, but yeah, listen, they're a solid team. I still got City winning it because I just think that their firepower up top, especially Foden and Cherki, they're going to be able to get over the line. But it's basically going to be who City's attack versus Arsenal's depth in it, and not because I think City will get more losses than Arsenal, but I think Arsenal will get more draws.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the problem, man.
That's actually problem. How we. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no. I was just piggybacking off Ahmed's point. Is I think, and you say about depth, bro. Calafiori got injured in the warm up again. I don't know another team who's been so unlucky with injuries. It feels like we get one player back and then the other gets injured. City are a problem because when you've got a player like Erling Haaland who is he seems to score against us every time. That game when we go to the Etihad, I think it's in April. That's a huge game.
Where is April? Where are we?
Yeah, but Mo, you got
April is April.
No, but Mo, we will be there. In the words of Pep Guardiola, we will be there, and I think City will be there too.
You gotta be worried. Like City gotta be worried about Sunderland because they struggled a little bit against Spurs today. Sunderland are better. Next week, you got Villa.
Sunderland has a lot of people at AFCON, though. Not to suggest that we don't have to be worried about them. I mean, we had to go out and be worried about everybody. We had to
get ahead of yourself
every match. Yeah, so I'm not to suggest that they're going to be pushovers. I'm just saying that factually they're going to be missing some players.
Yeah.
No, but I think, like, to be honest with you, I think if this is the blip of Arsenal and they're still ahead of City, they play Villa the next game. It's a must-win game for Arsenal, especially because they lost to Villa.
Must win.
Because they lost to Villa, actually. It's one of the things that because they lost to Villa, so they need to gain these points back. And City play Sunderland. You play Tuesday or you play... When do you play? Tuesday?
They play Wednesday. We're Tuesday. They
Tuesday.
Play New Year's Day. Yeah. No, Thursday. Yeah, play Thursday. We play Tuesday. City are on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, you play Tuesday.
Against Villa, innit, on Tuesday.
Yeah, Arsenal we're Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, most like that would be a big day, to be honest. Yeah. Man United play Wolves. Chelsea play Bournemouth. Man United can be ahead of Chelsea by then, which is going to be astonishing, actually. It's actually astonishing if Man United are ahead of Chelsea then.
It's crazy. I think with United, we've got a similar amount of goals to Arsenal. I think we're just behind them in it by 1. So, yeah, with United.
You're scoring a lot of goals. It's kind of
Yeah, we're scoring goals in it.
100%. But listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us. I swear to God, I didn't notice it's 2 hours, guys. I swear to God, I didn't notice.
Yeah,
guys, Romari Webster in the description. We're working something with him soon. You can find him on TalkSport as well. He has a show with the Ludic Gunner on TalkSport. Tarek, of course, channel, the City Fan channel, is in the description as well. His channel is named by his name. Of course, his channel is doing very, very well currently. He's actually doing good now. So go and support. If you're a City fan and you aren't subscribed to Tarek, go on. Ahmed, of course, is there. Of course, AA United, along with the Blue Lounge. Of course, I want to thank everyone that actually support us, everyone that is actually subscribed, and everyone that is actually supporting us. Thank you guys so much for actually tuning with us. I will see you guys in the next one. This will take you to Hussam, where he's actually doing another Liverpool crisis meeting after I win today. I will see you guys there. We're out.
Is he crashing out? Yeah.
They're crashing out because they want Slot out, actually. I'll see you guys soon.
See you, people.
Big up, yeah.